The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, is brought to you by, well, of course, you. If you want to learn more about how you can support the show, go to patreon.com/thearena_podcast.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast. This is episode 66. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-hosts, Burly of BurlyMenGaming and Turn-Based Carl. Burly, how you doing, man?
Doing good. A little tired today. I'm not going to lie.
And why is that, Burly? Why are you tired?
We had a work Christmas party, and then after that, me and one guy decided to go for drinks because I'm old now.
Yeah, I don't think you mind me saying this, right, Burly, about what today is?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, so today is Burly's birthday, so we want to wish Burly a happy birthday today. So, but I of course I won't say exactly what that certain age is, but if you want to release that information later.
He's 21. That's why he said he could go drinking.
Yeah, exactly. 21.
Yeah. Carl, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm ready to talk about this very lengthy show that we watched.
Yes.
Maybe not all of us watched. I watched it.
I watched it sporadically, but I was at work when it was live, so I couldn't watch all of it. But
I watched a good majority of it because literally after my stream, I went to go talk to a couple buddies. They said, come on, we're watching it. You're going to have to cover it anyways. Come on, just sit here, relax. Yeah. It's like, fuck, I end up staying up till about 11 something at night.
Yeah. And for you listeners, you can't see this, but for your viewers out there later, I just want to mention this. I made a bet with one of our viewers and listeners. His name is Soul Straw. He's a great guy, and he's a part of our Discord community, and he's a listener and viewer of our show. And I made a bet with him about the Game Awards that Bloodborne 2 would be announced. And the bet was that if I lost, I would have to drink beer during this episode. So for you viewers out there, I'm showing you right now. Here's my beer. I've got 2 of them here, so I will try to finish them before the episode ends because it's going to be a lengthy episode talking about the Game Awards tonight. So, yeah. So, we're going to be talking about the Game Awards. We're going to be talking about all the announcements that happened. We're also going to be talking about the winners and giving our personal assessment of the show. As well as Carl has a survey that was made that was posted on Twitter and to our Discord communities, and we're going to go over the results of that as well. And then we're going to, of course, go through the new game releases for the week of December 13th through the 19th. And, of course, Carl will discuss the Game Pass games that are going to be coming out this next week as well. But before we get into what we've been playing this past week, here's a brief word about where you can find the podcast.
Before the crew discuss what they have been playing, this episode of The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, and the post-show will be going to Patreon in early access for one day after recording. So if you would like to support the show and become a patron at the entry tier 1 level at $1 per month, and get early access to every episode and post-show, as well as listen ad-free, please visit patreon.com/thearena_podcast for further details. Weekly on Sundays, the podcast will be uploaded to all free podcast services. Weekly on Wednesdays for the post-show, where you can find us on any podcast app for iOS or Android, Spotify, Amazon Music, and on Expat's YouTube channels, Expat YouTube Gaming and The Arena Citadel. Just download your favorite podcast app or open Spotify and search for The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast. Subscribe, follow us, Post a review and leave us questions, comments, and feedback if you like, if that feature is available there, and spread the word about the podcast. We also have a Discord called the Arena Podcast, where you can join and chat with the Arena Podcast community, and the podcast website is at thearenapodcast.podbean.com, where you can follow us and leave questions and comments as well. Finally, you can also follow us on Twitter at the Arena, AMPGNP, as well as on Instagram at the Arena_podcast. Now, back to the show.
Okay, guys. This week, I've been playing Halo Infinite, and of course, Halo Infinite's going to be our topic of the show. We're going to be giving our early assessment and our early reactions from our early hours of gameplay on Halo Infinite. But I also, and I want to just briefly talk about this, I played The Matrix Awakens, and this was something, we're going to be talking about this during the Game Awards announcements, but I played that Matrix Awakens experience.
Yeah, I did it too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically showing you what Unreal 5 engine is going to do for next gen gaming. It's basically like you get Keanu Reeves and he talks for about a minute or two, and you get to see what he looks like now as opposed to what he looked like when he first played Neo, which was pretty cool. And then you go into like a 10-minute experience where you're on the road. You're basically in a car with Carrie-Anne Moss, his character, Trinity, and you're just driving, and then Neo flies away, and then the other character that's in the back, you're going to control her character as she shoots as you're being chased by agents. And then after that, basically, you can explore the city, which kind of looks like my hometown of San Francisco. And you can drive around, you can fly a drone around, you could walk around the city, and you could see what it looks like and how it's going to run in Unreal 5 engine. It was pretty cool. Carl, what did you think of that?
Yeah, that was the most impressive part, which is the end, which is when you just let you freely walk around this very large, very dense, very detailed looking city. So that's really cool. Like you jump, when they drop you in there, you're like, oh wow, like this is real. This is like an actual world that you can interact. Well, not really interact with, but if it were a real game, it would be.
Right.
And yeah, you can just freely fly up, down, across things. You can drive some cars, and you can crash into stuff. And I do appreciate the way the car's damaged looks good, and the way they kind of get knocked around. It feels nice. It feels good.
I tried to run into some people, and then they just like disappeared, like they were in the Matrix. I was hoping that they would like fall over. It's like, what would it be like if they were injured or something? Like
like no, we don't have time to do that. No, they just go like green and just like dissolve. And actually, cars, if they get stuck on something, if you wait, eventually they will also dissolve like that in the green. It's actually kind of cool. It's interesting that cars will, like, you can hit like one of those poles in the road. Mm-hmm. And your car is just stuck on it. You just can't get it off at that point. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
And just
like
get out and leave.
Yeah, and they like the front of the car like crumples around the poles and stuff pretty well. Like, it looks actually pretty good sometimes. So I like that. I like to see stuff like that. As far as what you can play, like that's not impressive at all to me. Like visually, it looks nice, of course, but all you're doing is shooting the tires out of these vehicles, and like it's pretty much the same animation every time. And I'm like, it's so annoying because you shoot the wheel out and the car like kind of swerves a little and then goes into this tumble. And this happens every time. And I'm just watching it every time. Like, I think that's the exact same tumble, like every time.
And the thing about it was there's really no targeting system either. I mean, you could just like shoot in any direction and you're still going to hit the tires.
I mean, you're not controlling really aim. It's just like there's a point and you either hit left or right to hit a different point, and it automatically is pointing at it, and you hit the trigger and it shoots it. It's nothing. Yeah. It's just a whole lot of Yeah. But I guess the impressive thing is that everything in it is rendered in engine, I think. Is that correct? Because some of it I'm looking at, I'm like, that looks like movie footage. I'm like, I'm not sure that's real or not. Yeah. Some of it's convincing enough that I'm like, I don't know if that's real or not, but supposedly
Yeah.
I think the entire thing is rendered in engine, which is definitely the most impressive aspect of what we're seeing.
Right. Cool. All right. Burly, what have you been playing this past week? Besides
I haven't
Halo
tried the
Infinite, of course. Yeah.
I haven't tried the Matrix thing. That's today with my dad. Later on tonight with my dad, or tomorrow. But I finished off Spyro 2 Reignited on stream, so it was nice to really go back to that because that's one of my favorite games on the PS1. And then I've still been doing Monkey Hero, and then went back to Judgment.
Cool.
Now on chapter 5, where
Nice.
Yagami gets knocked out and Kaido has to do the job that Yagami can't do.
Okay. Yeah.
What is Monkey Hero? I'd like to know, because I see you streaming and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
It's a
Never heard of
PS1 game. It's a PS1 game.
Okay.
It's like a Legend of Zelda clone.
Okay.
I played the demo years ago, but never remembered the name. But one of my regulars and one of my moderators, Rekka Beckett, he streamed it, and I was like, "Oh, I remember this as a kid playing the demo on a PS1 disc." And he's like, "Yeah, no, you got to try it." So I finally broke down and decided to stream it, and it's a fun game, but it is hard. Like, and it's a good game, but it has its problems because it's like a 1999 game, but it does not, like for a Legend of Zelda style game, does not tell you too much. You have to really figure it out. It's like almost Legend of Zelda 1 bad, where use a fucking guide, but for anyone that wants to play the game, the guides online are horrible. You have to use YouTube videos. I seriously, like the text guides, there's like 3 of them out there, and they all pretty much plagiarized each other, but they're missing key steps. Because the guys are like, yeah, I'm going off memory as I'm writing this. It's like, oh, God. No.
It is interesting now that going on YouTube for guide help is pretty much the better option in most cases nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I used to be game FAQs. Like I was on there all the time, anytime I needed information.
Yeah.
And now I almost never go there.
The only time I usually use YouTube is if I'm stuck in a particular like level, or if it's a puzzle that I can't solve, and then I'll go to a particular video and watch somebody else play it and see, oh, that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then close the video and then go back into the game and continue. And yeah, that's usually the only amount of time I actually, watch YouTube for, not specifically cheats, but if I get stuck, so
Yeah.
I went and I looked up how to get the Halo skulls. Well, because I wanted to know, and there's like 2 you can miss in the beginning in the first 2 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly, I've never gotten a skull in any Halo game before. I really didn't know what that was all about. So I'm like, this time, like I'm gonna look it up. So I watched the videos. I'm like, I wanted to find them, because I knew I wasn't going to find them on my own, because they are pretty obscure. One of them, I was like, all right, I might have been able to find that if I was trying to look. The other one, I was like, nope, never would have seen that in a million years, because really, you have to use a grappling hook. You have to get way up high and somewhere. And we'd never have done it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, this week's weekly news beat, one big news story, obviously. We had the Game Awards this week, so we're going to be talking about that. So first, we're going to go through the announcements. Okay, so there was the pre-show and then during the show. So lots of announcements during the show. Then we're going to talk about the winners of the Game Awards. We're not going to talk about every single category, but the bulk of the categories, we're going to discuss the winners and what we thought about that. And then, of course, Carl had his survey, and we'll discuss the results of that survey of the categories for the Game Awards. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So first, let's get into the announcements. So there were a lot of announcements at the awards, and first off was the pre-show announcements. And Carl, I saw you mentioning this on Twitter. You were talking about Tunic being the indie darling for next year. So Tunic release
yeah.
date trailer. The Tunic release date trailer, and the trailer was shown. Carl, what did you think of this for Tunic?
Yeah, they had the demo of that a while, like last E3, I think, or something. You were able to play it, and it was cool. It's a really fun game. It plays really well. It's challenging. Visual style is nice. But what I saw in this trailer, I was like, whoa, there's a lot more to this game that I did not realize. So yeah, I think people are probably going to really love this game a lot.
Yeah. Burly, what did you think of Tunic?
This game, I do remember seeing the glimpse we got, like, I think it was last year, or E3. Yeah, this is it. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a Legend of Zelda fan, so a different series that isn't being made by Nintendo. Just like, I didn't see this trailer live because this was all stuff when I was streaming, so I had to go back on this. Yeah, but, this to come out in March. I now know one of the games I'm going to have to pick up in March.
March 16th. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Next up, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, the same publisher of the Friday the 13th game. So, it's coming out with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What do you guys think of this?
Okay, it's the same publisher. That's cool. I didn't know. Is it?
Yeah.
But it's not the same dev though, right?
No. So,
yeah.
It
could be cool. I did enjoy the Friday the 13th game. So.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how similar it's going to be to Friday the 13th. I mean, is it going to be exactly the same, or is it going to be more like Dead? Is it going to be like Dead by Daylight? Which is kind of similar in a sense, but
probably be a Friday the 13th. Just put Texas Leatherface skin over it.
Right.
Just give me what was the guy? Because I think he was in the third one or fourth. The guy from Full Metal Jacket, Lee Harvey.
Oh yeah. Lee Emery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, just a brief teaser on that, and then next up was Homeworld 3. So we got a gameplay trailer. So it's a full-fledged next chapter in the spacefaring real-time strategy series. So it has a release window of quarter 4 2022. So what did you guys think of this one, Carl? Homeworld 3.
Yeah, I don't really know much about that franchise.
Yeah.
So.
Burly, anything?
I know nothing of this franchise. Like when I first came into the Discord chat and after my stream, they're like, oh, no, this Homeworld 3 game got announced. I was like, there are 3 of them? I have never heard of this series. Like, I'm like, this looks neat. The art style and stuff. Just, we'll see. I'll wait for it to come out and wait to hear from other people. And if something I'll like, I'll wait for one of those good old sales and pick it up then. Or
exactly. I mean, quarter 4 2022. I mean, what's the likelihood of this, being delayed into 2023? I mean, how many of these games are actually going to make it next year? And we'll see.
Oh,
yeah. So next up, it's interesting with this next one. Telltale is making a revival, it seems, or some of the devs that worked for Telltale Games. But anyway, The Expanse is coming. So a prequel to the hit TV series, The Expanse. Telltale series will combine the popular show with the team behind Life is Strange: True Colors. So we got a little bit of a look at The Expanse. Carl, do you have anything you want to say on The Expanse?
Yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah. I think it's a great idea for them to do with their first game back. Now, okay, Telltale, this is not really Telltale. Like somebody bought the company, right? And they revived the company really because it was kind of like a shell. It was dead. Yeah. But the name means something, so I get that. And hopefully we'll see. This is if they can pull off something good. The art style I like in this because you can see, and I guess maybe we'll talk about more when we get to the other one. you can see the art style in this is like they know, okay, we can't do, really high end visuals on this. So like they went for a more artistic approach.
Right.
And I like it.
Yeah. The other one you're referring to, of course, is the Star Trek game, and we'll talk about that a little
Yes.
bit.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Okay, next up, The Expanse. So Burly, this is probably in your avenue here. Probably PS5, yeah. So The Expanse Telltale series. I mean, not The Expanse. I'm sorry. Babylon's Fall. I'm sorry. Yeah. See, the beer is kicking in already.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was going to say for The Expanse, the Expanse, I've not watched the show. I keep meaning to, but every time I've gone to, like, I get it just ready to queued up to sit and watch, my phone rings, and then I'm talking to someone, and then I'm like, okay, now my afternoon plans change, so I'm not watching this. So I've never sat down and watched it. But Babylon's Fall.
The show is interesting. I'm sorry. If you don't mind, the show's really well. I only watched like the first couple episodes. I was trying to watch it with my wife, but like she wasn't super into it. And to be honest, it's very dense. There's a lot. You have to pay attention. There's a lot going on. And if you're not in for that, and you're just starting from the beginning, and you got like 5 seasons, I want to one day, but because it's really interesting from what I saw.
Okay.
So Burly, I want to just say, yeah. So Platinum Games, Babylon's Fall, yeah. Another sword slasher. What did you think of this trailer?
I thought it was okay. It's just the thing is, like, with Platinum Games, not to be mean or anything, but it's just like you've seen one, you've seen a lot, and it's just like because with Platinum what you're getting usually. Nothing against the game, whether or not I can't see myself from what I saw that wanting to drop $90. Here in Canada, I can't see myself wanting to drop $90. If this is on the Walmart clearance bin for $19.99, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm rewatching some of this trailer, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about this thing, and I didn't realize it was Platinum. But now that you said that, I'm like, that's a Platinum game for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah,
that's not for me, but yeah, people like those games. So if it's a good one. They are hit and miss, right?
Yep. Yeah. Next up, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak gameplay trailer was shown. So we'll add new monsters and master rank hunts to Monster Hunter Rise this coming summer. And we will get a look at one of those monsters, the wolf-like Lana. So that was shown in this trailer. So Monster Hunter, more Monster Hunter Rise. Burly, what did you think of this one?
It is what it is. It's more Monster Hunter. Like that. That's the thing. Like, see, I played a little bit of Monster.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like it's kind of hard to because I played a bit of Monster Hunter World on my PS5 because they gave me a copy because of the PS Plus collection. And don't get me wrong, it's fun, but it's just Monster Hunter is the endless grind. Like you think grinding in. Like your typical JRPGs, your Final Fantasies, your Dragon Quest for leveling up and jobs gets boring. Monster Hunter, it can get gameplay is fun, but it can get real boring I need to go here 30 times to hopefully get the 5 drops I need in my 30 runs. And now I can make my swords that have +1 on this. So now I have a chance against this next monster. Okay, now I got to go do that another 10 times, so I have a chance against it. It's like, that's where I kind of just like with Monster Hunter World, I just kind of just gave up because I'm like, I have 20 other things I could be doing instead of just grinding, just trying to beat another monster.
Right. Next up, I didn't see this one, guys, so maybe you can elaborate on this if you saw it. Thirsty Suitors. From Annapurna Interactive. So Annapurna has been busy lately. I mean, they've had some other games that have come out in this past year. So this fuses classic video game flavors of being a disappointment to your parents, fighting your exes, and special effects ridden combat, and skateboarding around a colorful world. Yeah. What did you think of this? I don't know.
It looks neat. I mean, it's like a Bollywood version of God, I forget. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
not the game, like the idea, the concept, because it's not not like a side-scrolling beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
I love the art style they chose for it. The art style is really. I like the art style. It stands out and looks nice.
Yeah. I think it'll be a fun indie that people are going to enjoy, but I don't know that I'm going to play it. You know?
Yeah. I can see people getting enjoyment. Whether or not this leads to pickup, this is probably, if I'm going to pick this thing up, I'm going to be honest, this has got to be on a PlayStation Flash sale kind of thing, or Epic's giving it away kind of thing, or it comes to Game Pass pretty early on.
There you go. Yep. That's the one.
Cool.
I knew Carl would just get excited about those two words.
All right.
I just finished the first can. I just chugged it already. I'm finished.
I know. And
here we go. The second can opening up. Nice. Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Here's to you, Soul Straw. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I lost the bet, but hey, sometimes when you lose a bet, you pick the bet, and what you lose it for, hey, it's great. Yeah.
Out of all the bets to kind of lose, you're real torn up on this one.
yeah, I'm really torn up on it, man. I'm really torn. Not. Okay.
Next, you'll be betting that we'll see Half-Life 3. You know.
Yeah.
If he's willing to bet this, let's get some. I'm willing to. If he's thinking Half-Life 3 is coming anytime soon, I'm willing to put some money down.
Yeah, let's bet on Beyond Good and Evil 2 next year, right? Why not?
Oh God, that game is. I'm telling you right now. I will bet you right now that game is never coming. It's never coming. Yeah.
Oh, after all the scandals and shit, that game's dead.
That game is dead. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. So, Evil West was the next game that was shown, world premiere. So we got a gameplay trailer for that. So the developers of the Shadow Warrior series bring Wild Western shooting action straight to the faces of monstrous foes. What did you guys think of this one?
Yeah, not much to say on that. Looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks okay. Like, I know a fellow streamer, Kill Till Dawn, because he loves those Shadow Warrior games.
Oh,
so I'm sure this is right up his alley. But I love the thing I love the most, the developer name, Flying Wild Hog.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, and let's move on to the next game. So, Have a Nice Death. Don't you just love that title for a game? Have a Nice Death.
It's a good one.
Visually distinctive hand-drawn roguelite was announced during the Game Awards, and it's due to launch on Steam in early access in March. So, yeah. What'd you guys think of Have a Nice Death?
Yeah, some of the most indies that I think will do well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was made. Who's making this? Perfect World, right? Okay. Well, I don't know if they're publisher or developer.
This so reminds me of Hollow Knight, like not just in the gameplay, the vibe, the art style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I know so many people that are going to go a lot. I'll go nuts for it, and I like that you are the Grim Reaper. But these games are fucking hard, so
yeah.
I'm staying away from this shit.
Yeah, roguelite. Yeah, roguelite. And we're going to be talking about it later too, Burly. But Returnal, roguelite. Yeah. All right. Next up, Planet of Lana cinematic trailer. So, the evocative new game with music by The Last Guardian's Takeshi Furukawa. Furukawa Takeshi is officially coming in 2022. Its new trailer was complete with robots of both the friendly and killer persuasion. Officially has us hopefully excited for this. What'd you guys think? Planet of Lana.
Yeah, this game is beautiful, and we've seen it before, and I'm so excited every time I see it. It looks like, Inside, right? That type of game.
Yeah.
And I hope it's on that level, because those games are just like really fun, short little experiences that they usually leave you like, with a lasting impression for sure.
Yeah, it was very, very Inside to me from what I saw of it. Looked very much like Inside. So, Burly, what'd you think of this one?
Oh, I agree. You totally get the Inside vibes. I love the little cat creature he meets with the little curl up tail. That thing looks just gorgeous.
Yeah.
This if it's a nice like a 5 to 6 hour or whatever the length may be, just a nice short but great game, great experience.
Yeah.
I'm all down.
And finally, in the pre-show, we saw Persona 4 Arena Ultimax port. So Persona 4 of all things. Why couldn't it be Persona 5? Anyway, the ultimate edition of the spin-off fighting game Persona 4 Arena is coming to PS4, PC, and Switch. So not PS5? On March 10th, 2022.
It'll be backwards compatible.
Yeah, it'll be backwards compatible, I'm sure. Yeah, so 10 years after its original release, almost to the day, actually, and it will be every bit as stylish as it was a decade ago, hopefully. So what'd you think of this one? Persona 4. I mean, the last time I played Persona 4 was on the Vita, Persona 4 Golden.
This isn't Persona 4. This is Persona 4 Arena.
Right.
This is the fighting game.
Spin-off thing.
Isn't it like what wasn't it? What like those Arc System guys that do it, or is it the Blaze Blue guys that?
I don't
can't remember.
I don't know. If it's one of them, then that's a good pedigree. But I mean, I think the big thing here is like, again, Xbox missing, right? Like they still aren't putting these games on there. They're putting it on everything else. Like, I don't know. It's like I feel like one day we're just gonna see this like big drop, like there's gonna be a big announcement, kind of like the Yakuza thing. It's just gonna be like every Persona spin-off or game and all the main games are just coming to Game Pass or something one day.
Game Pass.
Well, I'm sure Sony is.
Yes,
I'm sure Sony's doing what they can to try and block on this.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're doing.
Well, I mean, it's on Switch too and PC. Like,
but here's the thing:
this is Carl's big pet peeve. Yeah,
yeah, right.
Sony, Sega, and Nintendo are all Japanese companies. They may all hate each other. They're will
Japanese.
rather team. They're Japanese, but they will rather team up with a Japanese company to fuck over an American company.
Sega likes Microsoft, though. I mean, and they've had a good relationship, and now they have a big partnership. We'll see. It's Atlas, right? So, the thing I don't understand is like if there's no contractual obligation that's blocking any of this stuff, which I doubt there is for this particular game, right? Then I can only assume that it's just like they don't have experience, right? Porting anything to Xbox, and they're not about to just start for any reason at the moment.
Right.
And unless there's some bigger deal. But what I don't understand is like why Sega isn't at this point just like, hey, look, guys. We'll do the ports, okay? Like we'll pay someone. Like well,
Persona is an Atlas game. Atlas is Sega runs. Sega is the publisher for Atlas.
They are the parent company. They own the
parent company, right? So I mean, we'll see. I think maybe it has something to do with Atlas and Sega. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get into the Game Awards announcement. So the Game Awards begin, and boy, oh boy, the first one. This was probably my favorite of all of them. Hellblade 2. Yes, Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga gameplay. And man, oh man, it looks so freaking good.
I know, right?
It was fucking amazing. I mean... And it was gameplay too. I mean, you think it's a cinematic trailer, but it was actually gameplay.
Yeah.
So we get our first look at gameplay of Hellblade 2. So Senua's Saga. Senua tries to help her tribe fight off a giant, but quickly realizes a giant may not just be a gigantic enemy. Boy, oh boy. I mean, the visual look and feel of this was just amazing. I mean, as she takes her tribe members into that cave, and then she's like, wait. Oh, okay, let's go up. And then the giant comes in, and just how the flesh is like torn off of the back, and then the jaw area, that's, I mean, just so realistic looking. And then the guy slings the oil on it, and then Senua throws the spear, and then it just sets it on fire. And then like all these other tribesmen start getting caught on fire, and then she's like running back and like retreating and throwing spears with fire on it, and retreating.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
just
like
amazing.
Guys like holding spears for her as she runs back. She's like grabs a spear from them and she chucks it. Like it's interesting that like she's the leader of this group very clearly, it seems, right?
Right.
How that happens based on previous game I'm curious. I like that there are other people now. It's not just her. I really like them still incorporating, I assume they would in some way, but the voices in her head as well, which is a big part of the previous game. They're like, I like in this one, it's like, it's almost like telling her advanced ideas, the thoughts, like it's helping her, the voices in a way, which is very cool.
Yeah. Burly, what'd you think of this, man? Hellblade
Poor
2.
guy. That's all his job is just to give her spears. He's spear guy.
There was more than one spear guy, I think.
Yeah, there were like 6 or 7 of them. Yeah,
I know, but the main guy, I felt for him. So Hellblade 2 is a 0 out of 10 just because that one guy is going to get chefed. No,
cruelty.
No, this looked really good because they've been talking and saying Hellblade 2's coming, Hellblade 2's coming. And it's like, okay, start showing us something. And they did shit. Yeah, and they finally did. And it's like, okay, take your time. Like I said, nothing wrong with taking your time. This looks like I cannot wait to try this. I've never played the original Hellblade. So.
Yep. Oh, Burly, you haven't played the first Hellblade yet? You got to play that, man. It's great.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass, so you can just play it.
Okay, I was gonna ask my Game Pass encyclopedia, aka Carl.
Yeah. So okay, you haven't played it. I will note that there are people who are like, "Oh, that's not really gameplay." I'm like, if you played the first game, then yeah, you would understand that this is gameplay. Like the game plays like this sometimes, right? There's a lot of cinematic sort of interactive cinematic moments like that.
Yeah,
not quite like that because the first game again doesn't have that level of like action or like that. There's there are things you fight, but there are times in this you're looking at it and you're like, oh, okay, you think it's cinematic, and then you're like watching the way the camera moves, right, and the way the characters are, and you're like, no, I think like you could definitely realize at a certain point where like that's definitely the game running there for sure,
right?
And you're not doing a lot. Granted, obviously, like you're not. This is a very scripted sort of moment in the game,
right?
Very much akin to something like a God of War, right? That has like scripted moments in between battles and stuff, longer battles. So I think we will see more actual like combat gameplay, and hopefully, I assume there will be more depth to it than there was even before. Yeah. Clearly, that's not ready because they put no date on this game.
Yeah.
No year. Not even a year.
Yeah,
so
not even a year.
Yeah. So like they're like at this point it's very much like this is what the game will look like when it's running. This is what it's capable of. But like systems, how it actually is going to, that's probably not yet fully defined or not fully finished, right? They're not ready to show that.
I don't think it's a 2022 game. I really think it's going to be like 2023.
No.
Yeah, or beyond. Yeah. I mean, just and I just want to point this out too. The time frame of this game of Hellblade, she's in Iceland, in the 9th century. It's the same time period as Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah. Wouldn't it be so interesting if Eivor and Senua actually came together for something? Right. It'll never happen probably, but yeah, it would be amazing. Yeah.
I mean, they want to put her in like some DLC for the Ragnarok game, like a crossover. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
the other way wouldn't make sense, but
right. Yeah. Yeah, because the Vikings are not invading Iceland. Yeah. So
right. This game. I mean, this is next gen, right? This is what we're waiting for. This is what next gen is capable of.
Yep. Game Pass Day 1.
Well, I like that they didn't put a year, they didn't force a date, because you know what? It means they're willing to sit and work on this and sit and commit to it. I'd rather companies do this than the usual. Sorry, I'm just going on a little thing here of we'll release it, but 6 months after the game comes out, then it'll be what we promised and sold you on, because then we'll patch shit and get stuff right that we should have got right on day one.
That's what's so interesting about this. We don't know how far along in development this is. I mean, it's like it could be almost ready. It could be like really early in development still. I mean, they really haven't given us any kind of inside information as to how far along this game actually is. So,
I mean, they're using Unreal 5, right? Yeah. But they started making it on 4 because 5 didn't have an official release yet at the time. So you can assume that there's a good amount that hasn't really been done because, or at least has to be switched over to Unreal 5 and to utilize those new functions, the new capabilities. Yeah,
right.
It's going to take time. But Microsoft is, at this point, I really truly believe in like Microsoft's plan and what they're doing and how like they understand that they're going to have a cadence of releases.
Yeah. And
unfortunately, like they're not ready yet, and they know that, and like they're using Game Pass to stall that out. Like at this point, they're stalling that out. They're dropping in like different, third party stuff, indies, of course, and occasionally bigger stuff in their gaps, because they know that once these studios start lining up with their game releases, like that's it. It's never going to stop. Yeah. They're just going to keep coming because they have so many studios. Like we are going to be getting every year AAA
every
games,
month.
Like at least probably
every month.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not. What I meant is, I was going to say like probably at least 4 AAA games a year from Microsoft.
Yeah.
At a certain point, like maybe 2023 is the day. I think the year where we see that finally start happening.
Yeah. 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 Whether it's next year or 2023. Yeah. I don't know, but I agree with you.
I don't know about next year. Yeah,
I don't know about next year either. But I mean,
just got Redfall and Starfield, and I don't know, Forza Motorsport.
Who knows? Yeah,
even if
you guys are missing the big one, but we'll be talking about that game later on in the show. Because that should be when that game fully releases.
Okay, well, we'll get there. Let's move on, right?
Well, just one last thing I want to say, because what is it? What is it? I think it was pushed back to April. The Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, 180 gigabytes for that game. 180 gigabytes. I
saw that.
So I wonder how much Hellblade 2 is going to be. Who knows?
I saw someone say that's possible. That's an error. That might not be correct.
Maybe 80. Yeah, they just accidentally put the 1 in there. Yeah,
it possible. It sounds really excessive.
Yeah,
yeah. And remember that game, like people are putting a lot on that game, but like that's basically like a AA game. Like it looks visually, it's looking like a AAA game. But like these companies are capable of doing that now because it's easier than ever to make high end visuals.
Right.
But this is not like Stalker 1 was like basically an indie game. So like this is not. I would not expect this to be AAA in the sense that most people are thinking.
Okay, next up, let's move on. Star Wars Eclipse. So we got to see official cinematic reveal of Star Wars Eclipse. Now, of course, there was no gameplay. It was just a cinematic trailer and all. But it looks like it's set in the High Republic era. So, and then it's interesting at the end of the trailer. It's like you see some guy coming out of the oil. Kind of reminds me, Burly, of in Dune. Remember Dune?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. It's like, that's exactly what I was thinking when I saw that. But yeah, and we see like Yoda standing alone on Coruscant, in the chamber, in the Jedi temple there. We see some other Jedi, but I don't know. Not much really we know about this yet, but yeah. What'd you guys think of this trailer? Carl, I'll start with you. Star Wars Eclipse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see them moving into games for the High Republic.
Yeah,
which is a new era that they've really pushing in the books and comics and things for Star Wars, and hopefully maybe
just one more thing I want to say too. Quantic Dream is developing this game too. So
so hopefully one of the TV shows will be in the High Republic era, and this is era it's around 200 years before the prequels,
right?
I believe,
right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what this is. Quantic Dream, I guess we can assume it is that type of game, right? What they make.
Yeah.
Your Detroit, become human, and
right.
What's the other one?
Beyond Two
Heavy
Souls,
Rain.
Heavy
Beyond
Rain.
Two Souls. There you go.
Rain,
you got both of them, guys. Good job.
Yep.
Good job. Now, they have only made
them.
PlayStation games before, but
well, they were a second party studio.
Yes, but they had said this was a while back. I don't remember how long ago. Maybe within a year. Maybe they had recently said that they're now going to boot multi-platform. So I'm assuming this is multi-platform at this point. There's no confirmation yet, but yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I've always been interested in those games. I never actually played technically any of that. I played the demo for Detroit. I did want to buy it. I just never did. I don't know why. I just never got
a great
it.
game.
I bought that game. I bought the game for $5, and you know what happened a week later? They announced it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I literally, I was like,
well,
that's a nice little.
You didn't lose much.
I know, but it's still a nice, good old kick to the family jewels. And it's like,
yeah,
it's $5 Canadian. It's worth more, right?
No, it's worth less than yours.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess,
right? Our currency sucks because.
Yeah, so not much we know about this yet. So just, kind of a reveal trailer. We didn't get any gameplay or anything like that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It's probably far off. I don't think it's coming in 2022. It's probably 2023 or beyond.
Yeah. It's 2024, 2025 for the early kind of window for this game, I think.
Well, what was the time frame of Detroit?
It was
about
5 years.
5-6 year.
Yeah. I looked it up quick because I was on their page because it's like, how long was their last game? 2018 was Detroit, and Beyond Two Souls was 2013.
Right. So you figure, who knows how long this has been in development? Probably in the early stages. So.
Yeah, but you remember we're still in a pandemic, so.
Right. So yeah. You're probably spot on. Probably it's going to be 2024 or beyond. Maybe, who knows? Yeah, we'll probably get another trailer at the Game Awards next year. So,
yeah,
I gotta tell you, it's great to see more Star Wars games now that EA isn't in full control of that license.
Yes. I'll drink to that, Carl. EA was fucking it up. Excuse my language, but yeah.
They did one good game in the last while, Jedi Fallen Order, and now they've decided we need a sequel for that. And it's like, why? Like I was saying this on Discord 2 days ago. I was like, why? No, that game was good. You can only fuck it up from here, knowing EA.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. I give zero credit to EA for that game. That's all Respawn.
Sure. Respawn.
Yeah. That was they were in complete control of that game.
Right.
And it shows. It very much shows. And I have full confidence in them to do the sequel and EA just stand out of the way because they know, like, all right, you guys did it. And maybe
EA is just stamping the EA on it. That's
give us the
basically
budget.
all there is. Yeah.
I feel like they learned a small lesson from that game, and we'll see if it pays off on anything else.
Right. Okay, next up, Lost Ark. Lost Ark got a release date trailer, so we got a release date of February 11th, 2022. Another February game, guys. We got the gameplay trailer. Free-to-play MMO ARPG has undergone some changes since player feedback, and it's offering a buyable Founders Pack that will let you play a few days early. So, I don't know much about this. What'd you guys think? Lost Ark.
It's basically like a Diablo-like clone from because I did do a little research but this is just from what I see, nothing makes me want to. Oh my god! I need to buy this. I need to play this. This seems like I could get a couple hours with if I had the right group of friends and we all synced up. But knowing that how that hard that is, it's like, do I really want to spend my hard-earned money on that? It's like, no. If you're into these styles of games, I could see how people would like this, but not my cup of tea too much to play. Like, I get the itch every couple of years to play one, and then stop.
Yeah. Yeah, in my case, I'll probably just be waiting for Diablo 4. I mean, yeah. Carl, do you have anything to say about this one?
No, let's go to the next one. I'm excited for this next one.
Yeah, I know you are. Wonder Woman. Game reveal trailer. So Wonder Woman game is coming from the team behind Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Ooh. So adding an impressive hero to the list of comic book inspired video games. So Carl, take it away. What do you think?
Man, I've been waiting for so long to see what Monolith has been working on.
Yeah.
They've been radio silent ever since Middle-earth: Shadow of War, which is a fantastic game, better than the first one. If people don't realize that, I'm sorry. But it is. It had the microtransaction thing at launch. That's why people rated that game a little bit lower. But it's completely non-obtrusive. And when later on, they have since removed that crap because, to a certain extent, because they're not maintaining that. So, and what's interesting is that if you wanted some details about this game, they were in the YouTube video details. Like we learned, they said nothing about this game, but like they said, it's an open world game, and it's single player, of course, and it's using the Nemesis system, which I'm like, oh man, I love the Nemesis system. I cannot wait to see it applied to something else.
Yeah, same as in Shadow of War. Yeah,
exactly. Yes. Yep. That's their thing. That's their claim to fame right now. And to see what they can do with some other franchise or some other idea is going to be awesome. Wonder Woman is a great character for this. Kind of any superheroes but her specifically, a lot of similarities to the hero in Shadow of War. Yeah. Of course, melee combat with a sword, but she's got other sort of things, the lasso of truth, and whatnot. So, I mean, this should be awesome. Gameplay was phenomenal in those games. I had so much fun with the last game, so cannot wait.
Yeah. Burly, any comments on Wonder Woman?
Can we get her to beat Superman at the end? Superman's the super boss, and she just chucks a kryptonite rocket. Yeah, I don't really hate Superman that much, but I just love doing because people think I just really do. But no, this game, like I never played the sequel. I just never picked it up, but I did really enjoy Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very interested to see how this game's going to come out, and they do put out quality. So I'll end up probably picking this up and just trying it out. They actually did the Matrix Online. I didn't know this.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah. Expect a good story too, because both Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War had good stories. Shadow of War, by the way, has an awesome ending. There's a very unexpected twist thing that happens close to the end of the game. Yeah. And when that moment happens in that game, I was like, whoa, I never saw it coming. I was like, wow. I'm like, wait, how is this even going to work out? But then like you see, I kind of wanted to reveal it, but like, it's awesome, man. You if you haven't played it, you should, and you like, if you're even a fan of like Lord of the Rings lore at all, which I'm not a big person on that, but if you are, you should absolutely play that game because the way it ties into that stuff is really intriguing. It actually made me read more into Lord of the Rings lore because of that game.
Okay, I'll definitely have to try it. I think they gave it away 1 year for PS Plus games or something, so I have it. I just haven't.
Oh, okay.
Sat and put the time.
Sadly, there's no like 60 frames per second update, which annoys me.
After this show gets recorded, that's it.
Next up, guys, this was the number 2 biggest for me. Was the biggest reveal. I was really excited about this one. Alan Wake 2. I mean, it's like finally. It's like we knew it was coming. It's like, when is Alan Wake 2 coming? Well, we got the reveal. So our reveal trailer for Alan Wake. So we weren't expecting it, but we got it. So yeah. But in summer 2022, I just don't think it's going to make that date, but we'll see. But we get the reveal, and it's interesting whether he was in the same town. Probably 2023. Yeah. It's supposed to be 2023, but let me just say that when I was looking at this trailer, it was interesting that is he in the same town that he was in the first Alan Wake game? It's really interesting. I don't know if he is or not. I mean, they don't really show a sign of, whether or not he's in Washington or not. But I mean, it was pretty quick. I mean, we didn't really get to see much, and it was funny. Burly was mentioning that he looked like Jared Leto in the
on
the trailer.
Because I was on a Discord call when this got announced, and everyone's all happy, and as am I, because I played Alan Wake with the remaster, and I really enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. So, I was like, oh my god, it's Jared Leto. Oh no, they're tying this into Suicide Squad. Oh no.
Yeah. That's Morbius, man.
Yeah. It's
So yeah, Carl, you're right. Yeah, I mean, basically the release is sometime in 2023, but I mean, we shall see.
Yeah,
but
I was just looking at the trailer again. I think it visually impressive, of course, what we're seeing, but that's a CG cinematic thing. It's not the game.
Right.
The thing that I like the most is that they said that it's now a survival horror game.
Right.
I didn't play the first one, so I don't know exactly. Is it more action? What is happening? That
it is kind of survival horror, but it's more kind of horror
action narrative.
Yes,
than survival horror. Yeah,
got it. See, it's that excites me because I really enjoy the survival horror genre as far as the classic sort of third person, Resident Evil, even old Silent Hills and Dead Space, those. So if we're getting something like that, awesome! Can't wait.
Yep. Okay, next up, Sonic 2 movie trailer. So okay, whatever. There's another movie trailer.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Burly.
He wants to dismiss this. What's wrong?
Go ahead.
It's because he's
Burly.
It's because he's old.
Yeah, I know. He's old, and he's got a grudge against Sega.
I don't have a grudge against Sega.
I know. I'm teasing. But no, I really enjoyed the Sonic the first movie. Mm-hmm. So to see this, and that they're kind of going in the games, if you've played Sonic 3, Eggman, Robotnik tricks Knuckles into helping him. So you've got that. You've got Idris Elba as Knuckles.
Yeah.
And the actor that plays Tails in the game, the voice actor, is playing Tails in this. So I'm excited. I know it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It looks fun. The first movie, I enjoyed it. I think it was. It's probably one of the best video game like movies out there. There's not a lot of good ones. So like, I'd say this is up there. Jim Carrey's fun in it. You know, the action's good. It's a solid, you know, it's basically a kid's movie, but I think there's enough in there for adults to have fun with it. And especially if you've liked Sonic in any way, then you'll enjoy that. So I look forward to the sequel, and they're doing the video gamey stuff, which is cool. More of it. Right. You know, they kind of eased you in the first movie.
Yeah, comes out April 8th, 2022. So looking forward to that. Next up, Burly. You're probably pretty excited about this one. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh,
got a
yeah.
new gameplay trailer. Yes, it looked really beautiful, didn't it? Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, but like I didn't expect us to get another trailer at this. Yeah. Like I thought we'd probably get one January or at Sony do their own kind of thing. But damn, I cannot wait for this game. Like the first game I came late to. This I have pre-ordered. I got my Steelbook edition. I have a problem with Steelbooks. No.
Nice.
But this game I cannot wait, and showing the stuff of just the gameplay of you being not only you're parachuting in the air and hovering, you're going in the underwater and all that. You just know you're gonna have a blast. Yeah, all the different environments they showed too. I mean, like in the snow and then like in the desert and everything. It was really beautiful. And it shows a new stealth system of as well. So, looking forward to it. Carl, do you have anything to say about Horizon Forbidden West, the new gameplay trailer?
Yeah, I mean, did we need another trailer? No, obviously. Like we all know what this game is, and we were all excited for it. Right? But yeah, I mean, like when I watched the trailer, the thing I noticed the most was the costumes, the new armors that she has, and I'm like, they look great. Yeah, they got some really great designs. Like the first game had some good ones, but this one, I'm like, man, you guys really amped that up. I like that. Yeah. And then there's this like snake boss thing. If you caught that looks really awesome. So
there's going to be so many different bosses in this game.
I mean, when I watched this, I was just watching it a little more right now, and it's like, well, I want a PS5 for it. I do, and I don't.
Get it.
I feel like I might. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like I feel like I should not buy it for PS4 because I don't want to sell myself short of the full experience. So like I might wait until I get a PS5 to actually get this game, which is what I did for the first one. Waited until I bought. Because I didn't buy the PS4 right away. Yeah. So.
Yeah, definitely play this on PS5. It's I think it'd be worth it. So. Yeah.
So maybe I'll wait till
spring.
Maybe like November next year if we get some Black Friday deal. Maybe hopefully my prediction comes true and we get a slim PS5 or just a redesign.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for. Then I'll get it.
All right. Cool. All right, next up, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade PC release date trailer came out. So it's finally coming to PC next week on Thursday, December 16th, actually. It's bringing the Intergrade add-on and all of its additions and improvements with it. The PC port will be exclusive to the Epic Games Store. So what'd you guys think? PC, yeah?
Well, it's like, see, I liked FF7 Remake. I still haven't picked up Intergrade. Haven't had chance and time and stuff, but I want more people to play this. But you're fool if you think I wouldn't pick this up. If you really wanted to play this, just keep waiting, because I'm telling people, because I was the idiot and bought into this when I said I wasn't going to. It's just you wait a few years after the whole thing's released, because Square will make the one package deal, and then eventually when this comes to Xbox, it'll be day one on Game Pass when this game's full release. So
I mean, you can't wait for the full release, right? Because we have no idea how many games are going to be to make the actual full game.
They one at point said 3, but then they backtracked and said we have no idea.
Yeah. At this point, like, it's unclear if they're even going to follow the story anymore.
They haven't been. Like, they changed major things,
Well,
if you've played it.
I played it. I beat it, but like, and I know there is something significantly different at the end, but they didn't deviate from the main story yet. They added something, but like I think there's easy ways to get kind of around that and just like continue the main story. I think they ruined it. I think they ruined the game by but because the ending of that game and the way you fight Sephiroth already, it's like no, you ruined the whole thing. But okay, whatever. The big thing is like what you said. The Game Pass is that, man, I'm starting to like really hate Square Enix because they are the most opportunistic publisher out there. They are are at this point, like, so you clearly double dipping on exclusivity on this game. So they bought, Sony, they let Sony buy, exclusivity first, and then they clearly extended it again because we're not seeing it on Xbox yet. And now they're letting Epic buy exclusivity for PC. And we can only assume that once it comes to, for it to come to Xbox, they'll probably, get a Game Pass deal and triple dip there. Like these guys, man, I'm tired of them. Yeah, really am. Like, I used to love everything they did long ago, and now it's at the point where they're just playing all these silly games. Like, just put you guys are so big, you don't need to do this. Like, just put your games on everything. I don't understand why.
Let's go back to the good old days of when it was Squaresoft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the things where, like, if I wouldn't mind if someone bought them, not say like Microsoft, but even if Sony bought them, like just do it. Just do it right. Just like lock it up and like, can we stop like playing these games? Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Destiny 2 is still rolling along. Destiny 2, The Witch Queen trailer. So, in-game footage, this trailer taken from the first mission of the Witch Queen campaign. Witch Queen. What'd you guys think of this? I haven't played Destiny 2 in like a year. What do you guys think of this? Yeah.
I haven't played since they gave the game away for free, and we're hoping people would increase the thing.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It was on Game Pass.
Yeah, they gave it away free Game Pass and PlayStation. It's like, just let this fucking game die. Just let it die.
Yeah,
but they won't. Yeah. Like Bungie, go back to your old school PC Mac days.
Well, I'm telling Microsoft just buy back Bungie again, but Bungie probably will say no. But
what do they need them for? They got one game.
Yeah.
Destiny. Who cares? They already got plenty of first person shooters.
Right.
But I think they are working on another IP, so it's fine. Whatever. Destiny. People like it. It's a thing.
Destiny 3 is coming. Destiny 3 is probably going to be coming in a couple of years. So
February
22nd.
They might just keep rolling as a service game, It's doing well for them.
Yeah. So we shall see. But anyway, The Witch Queen is out on February 22nd. We'll see how that does against all the other games that are coming out. Yeah. Probably not a good time to come out. But anyway. Next up. Toyama-san. Toyama Keiichiro. Yes. The Silent Hill director, he's coming out with a new game. It's called Splitter Head, and boy, we saw some splitting heads in this reveal trailer. What did you guys think of this one? Yeah, all the weirdness and craziness. Yeah,
bizarre, man. It started off okay. I was like, all right, let's see this. Sort of horror game from the Silent Hill guy, but then it got real creepy and weird, and I was like, I don't know about this. I'm not into that.
Yeah, that's
a little much there.
Definitely Silent Hill vibes in that one. Yeah. So Burly, what'd you think, man?
You definitely get the Silent Hills, but you can tell even before the Japanese, if you didn't see the Japanese text, as soon as this goes off, you're like, okay, this game's made in Japan.
Yep.
This looks interesting. Whether or not this goes to something I want to spend spend $90 and pick up day one. We need a lot more before I cover. But hey, this is neat. Because everyone's like, "Ooh, are we gonna get a Silent Hill?" And it's like, no, we're gonna get Japanese bug demon things coming out of people and splitting heads.
Well, it's like, how similar is this going to be to Ghostwire Tokyo? I mean, Ghostwire Tokyo hasn't even come out yet, right? I mean, it's like, how similar to Ghostwire Tokyo is this game going to be? You know, I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, it's very, very Japanese style. Yeah, I was like, yeah, buddy. You know, it's like, okay. Next up, Nightingale. Yeah. Nightingale reveal trailer was revealed. So from the former BioWare boss, Aaron Flynn, Nightingale is a survival crafting game set across a shared world. You'll need to join up with friends to battle enemies with both magic and guns, as well as build and protect small civilizations in this bizarre world. So what'd you guys think of Nightingale? Carl?
Yeah, you just said it's like a shared world survival game, and I'm like, oh. I mean, I thought, you get some of those vibes. You see all the building stuff in it. I thought I kind of, I thought it was gonna, watching the trailer, I'm like, oh, it looks like it's third person, and then it goes first person. I was like, oh,
Like,
but then, and it looks cool, but it also, again, if it's not a single player sort of narrative thing, then I'm not interested in this. Like, it looked like it could have been, and it looks like a cool concept, and I like the style and the setting. But if it's, again, open world survival, like a lot of those games are just kind of nothing. So,
Burly?
Yeah, this one, like, aesthetic and like what it looks like, neat. But is this something I'm gonna ever pick up and play? Probably not. This. I really don't have too much to say because, like, literally when I watch this, because we're like, okay, the visuals and kind of like concept what we're seeing, neat, but I just not my cup of tea, because then I've got to, because you're gonna have to play this with people, or they'll give you shitty AI bots probably, and the bots are gonna not help you. So it's like, fucking wow.
Okay.
I don't want to play this.
Okay.
We could move on to two of Burly's favorite things, right?
Well, next up.
Yeah,
this is probably something. Yeah. Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Oh, no, you forgot one.
Which one?
Beat Saber Lady Gaga music pack. That's two of Burly's favorite things. No, come on.
Yes.
Anyway, next up, Lord of the Rings Gollum. So, Carl, I think you were looking forward to this one, right? Gollum.
I think you're mistaken.
I am.
I see this game and I'm like, why are you making this?
It's just a cinematic trailer. Yeah, so let's talk about it. So, we just get a cinematic trailer to Lord of the Rings Gollum, and we don't even know when it's coming out. Yeah, we just see him, just crawling around and running around. I don't know. Carl, what'd you think?
I mean, from what I saw here, I'm getting an idea now of what this game might be, and it looks like definitely like a stealth sort of, like, you're going to set off traps here and you're going to trick the enemies into doing all these weird things. Right. Sort of puzzly, way to get through.
Puzzly, very stealthy, probably.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. And that might be pretty cool. But again, like, I don't understand why they think Gollum is the character that people want to play as. Yeah. And this is the story people want to see. Like, we know so much about Gollum. Like, he's been,
right.
He's a very prominent character that's been done a lot in these stories. So,
right.
For me, it's not. I'm not interested in it. I'm just not.
Yeah. Burly, are you interested at all?
I was interested in the initial concept, but it's like, after seeing this, it's like, why would I want to play as Gollum and trying to trap orcs and go through there? Because realistically, if you've read the novels and stuff, Gollum ain't going near there unless he has to.
Yeah.
And even then, I think he would stick away. Like,
Right. Yeah, like I was saying, we really don't know anything about this game yet. And it's I mean, when are we going to see gameplay? Maybe next year? I don't know. We'll see.
February 2023, we'll see gameplay.
Okay. All right. I'll keep you to that, Burly. That's a prediction.
There you go. One of my bad predictions.
Next up, Somerville. So Somerville gameplay trailer we get. So an action adventure game from the makers of Limbo. So here we go. Limbo Inside, of course. So that's set in a sci-fi universe. Somerville is about a family attempting to navigate a post-apocalyptic world. What'd you guys think of this one? Yeah, very Inside vibes on this one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this should be good.
Yeah. Yep.
Burly? Sorry.
I was going to say,
ahead,
I really love the art style on this. And
yep.
I can't wait to see more and try this out. This will be something I know, because it's not going to be a high price, that I'll just pick up and I can play and just sit and enjoy for a few hours.
Right.
Yeah, the people who created Inside, they kind of broke up, if you know that story. And this is one of them. And it's funny. The company name for this is Jump Ship. So
that's ironic. Yeah, very ironic there. Yeah.
So yeah, I expect good things from this. I will enjoy it. It's similar like the Planet of Lana, where we should expect the same type of fantastic experience.
Yep. Did you guys play Cuphead? Carl, I think you played Cuphead, right?
No, it's not my type of game. Like, I'm not
your type of game.
I don't have the patience. And I don't want to put the time in to master something like that.
Yeah. Burly, did you play Cuphead?
I own Cuphead. I bought it on the Switch for $5 for a stream. And
nice.
I haven't gotten far. Let's just say I suck at those kind of games, but I did it for a stream, and that's all you're ever getting on me for playing Cuphead.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I did love the little musical performance with the old time 1930s style.
Oh, it's amazing.
That stuff, like that just like the production value alone on that is just like delicious course. DLC. I'll stop. Sorry.
Burly, so your $5 Canadian is $3.93 right now in the US.
Yeah.
Big investment to get that game.
Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and say what's going on here. Cuphead Delicious Last Course. Release date trailer we got. So it's coming on June 30th, 2022. So the expansion adds a bunch of different regions, each with their own distinct seasons. So from hot deserts to cold tundras. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, if you're into that type of game, go for it. So
the trailer was awesome because they went from gameplay, and then they would go to like their miniature effects and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that, just the production value on that stuff.
Yeah, and the great trailer, you're right, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expat for you is 445 yen that he spent.
Nice. In Japanese, 445 yen. 445 yen. Okay. Sonic Frontiers was next. There you go, Burly. Sonic Frontiers. The reveal trailer. Yeah, it's our first look at the open world inspired Sonic title. First since 2017, Sonic Frontiers will take you back to Starfall Islands, where you'll speed through breathtaking landscapes sometime in late 2022. So, Burly, what do you think? Is it going to make 2022?
Sega will push it out 2022 because Sega has no problem pushing out games when they're not ready with Sonic and stuff. This game scares me because we've known for a while that apparently this is going to be called this. Like, there were so many things that people have beta tests and stuff, and they were like, this game is a disaster waiting to happen. It's like, Sonic, I'm a huge fan of the franchise, but this is not something you make open world. Your open world, getting towers and all this.
Have they said that it's open world?
Yeah, they've said it's open world.
Oh
yeah.
It's I don't know.
Like I just want a game. Give me a game where I can play as at least Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Because the last major couple Sonic games, it's just been Sonic only, other than Mania. It's give me that. I don't. There's also saying rumblings that if this Sonic game does not do well, because the last couple have not done well, that Sega is not going to be giving these in-house anymore. They're going to be giving Sonic to other teams and other companies.
It might be a good idea at this point.
Yeah. So hopefully,
did you like Sonic Generations? I heard that's supposed to be like one of the
Generations was the besides Mania, but like of the big games, Generations was amazing. They did that game right, but they sat and put effort. But after that, you had Lost World, which was okay at best. You had Forces, which was how you expected and charge people full price, like top price on that at the time, is unacceptable. And like they put out Sonic Colors, they just remastered that, put that out this year. They handed it off to another studio to lazy port this out, and they fucked it up bad. Like even a couple months out, the game's had updates and it still hasn't fixed performance issues on like the PlayStation or Xbox. Never mind just the Switch. And it's like Sega isn't putting the effort and money into the franchise.
Yeah, Generations got the FPS boost, and I watched the Digital Foundry video where they talked about it, and they seemed like they loved it. They were so happy with it. It's like they're saying, it's definitely the best way to play that game right now.
Yeah, I'll have to try that. I loved Generations. Like if you're a Sonic fan,
sorry,
it's okay, man. If you're a Sonic fan, because you got both 2D and 3D of like every stage, and it is just a fun game with the FPS boost and all that. Only imagine.
Yeah, Frontiers now, from just what I think about it, I mean, I don't know. Like you see this trailer, like it doesn't tell me anything about the game, and like what you're saying with Sonic, like it's so hit and miss. Like I can't really have any interest in this game until I see what it is.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Warhammer Vermintide 2. Okay, the Warrior Priest gameplay trailer was shown. So the Warrior Priest is, for example, praying and killing monsters, basically. So, we just see as much of the, praying more than killing monsters, basically. So, I don't know. What did you guys think of this one?
Warhammer. Has this came out yet? What is this? Is this like a hero shooter type game, and that's a new character that you can play as? I don't understand.
I'm not sure. Honestly, I didn't really see this trailer.
Yeah, like, what are we talking about here?
You guys should know this. What this is you go buy the game, and it gives you a little pedestal, and you got to go paint your Warhammer figure for 7 hours, and then place it on. If you don't get the paint job right, your guy has horrible stats, can't shoot shit.
I think I can skip that. I did that when I was 13, so I could skip that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to
let's skip.
Don't want to revisit that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's only for that age. I'm saying that's when I did.
Right.
I've been there.
Okay. So next up, pretty cool indie game. So we saw some more gameplay trailer. This Chia, I think it's called Chia, TCHIA, Chia, I think it's called. Hopefully, I'm not destroying that name, but Chia, I'll call it. Open world adventure inspired by New Caledonia. So Breath of the Wild and the simple joy of observing creatures out in the world. So We saw a gameplay trailer for that, and we saw one earlier this year for it. So it looks pretty colorful. What'd you guys think of this one? Tachia.
This looked cool with the whole soul jumping mechanic of jumping into other creatures, and then later on showing you jumping into like objects like the lantern. This is something I really got to keep my eye and remember this game, because I do remember it got shown a trailer earlier and announced. Never remembered it, and then when I saw this on the Game Awards, I was like, "Oh shit! This is something I got to keep on my radar. This is something." Interesting and something I'd want to play and kind of support.
Now this is PlayStation only, right, Burly? PlayStation exclusive?
Well, you still get a PC too.
Okay, on PC and PlayStation. Okay.
Yeah.
Carl, what'd you think of this trailer?
Yeah, we saw this one before. It's a pretty looking game. It's one of those indies that'll probably be interesting. It's that type of game where I would. Again, I'm going to say Game Pass. That's where I would try it if it was on there.
Game Pass.
I'm not going to like just jump in and buy this game on my own, but I would definitely want to give it a shot if I had access like that.
Yep. Okay. Now, personally, I did not see this one because I was working, so you guys can elaborate on this. But we got some gameplay finally from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League gameplay trailer was shown. Shows off Harley Quinn's gymnast-inspired moves, King Shark's brute strength, Deathstroke's keen eye, and Boomerang's boomerang. What'd you guys think?
And his guns, because they all have guns.
Okay.
Yeah. This looked okay. Like, you get the whole thing with the Flash in there, and it's really even though it was from earlier trailers, you pretty much knew that everyone's Brainiac controlled. This pretty much just confirmed it. This looks okay. Not my cup of tea. Why does King Shark have to have a gun? Just let him use his teeth and his arms. I shouldn't need to use a gun as a Kingdom Shark. Same as Captain Boomerang. He's got his boomerangs and his different boomerangs and all that. Like, yeah, a Deadshot, fine. I get why he uses a gun. Have no problem. Harley Quinn. I can't really see her using a gun too much. Use her baseball bats, her mallet.
Yeah, I mean, the reason is because it's a third-person shooter. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I've been keyed into that for a while now, and I know people aren't really, talking too much about that, but that's what it is. And if you watch and you look carefully in this trailer, any of the melee type moments, I mean, they all definitely, to me, look like they are, either sort of like finishing move animations, or like your like sort of hero cooldown abilities. Things like that. Not that you can't probably just hit something if it gets close to you with melee, but the main thing you're doing in this game is shooting everything in front of you.
Right.
And the traversal, I would say, looks interesting. Like, it looks like there's grappling hook swinging with Harley and some sort of jetpack action with what's his name, Deadshot, and you're teleporting with what's his name, Boomerang, and I don't know, King Shark looks like he's climbing buildings, but I don't know to what extent you can traverse this environment, though. It looks like you can, but I don't know. Is it like Avengers? Is that where it's there, but it's not really amazing? I have no idea.
Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we got a gameplay trailer for Forspoken. And I sent you guys on Twitter. I posted a shot of at Yodobashi Camera. They're starting to promote this now. So
okay,
on Twitter. Yeah. So anyway, we got a first look at a boss fight in Forspoken, featuring invisibility spells, fire swords, and ice storms. So Forspoken in 2022 May, it's coming out. I think May 24th. That's the release date that they're showing right now. May 24th, 2022. So what did you guys think of this trailer? Burly? Forspoken.
I enjoyed it. Like, I love it because it's all magic based, the combat and the way the magic looks. This looks like it's going to be fun. Story wise, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think the story is going to be the shining element of this game.
Okay.
But it has me interested, but I'm just a little hesitant of putting my money down and wanting to pick this up. I will wait for other people to play test for me before I decide to pick this up.
Okay. Carl, is this a type of game for you? Like, if you had a PlayStation, would you play this one?
I thought it was, originally, and then this trailer actually, I feel like I'm a bit less interested in it. It's just something about the way the gameplay looks. It just doesn't look as what I'd hope it would be. It looks a bit more generic, action-y, third person, thing going on, and maybe less like RPG than I maybe want it to be. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're trying. They try to say it's an RPG at times, but like that's such a loose term nowadays with some of these games.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing that's really going to be true. But there's some really cool looking abilities and magic and stuff going on. So it's definitely a game that if it reviews really well, then I'll want to play it, for sure.
Okay.
I'm hesitant right now.
Right. Okay. Next up, another Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Got a reveal trailer. So, we're hoping for this. So I don't know. I don't know about this, man. I want to pass on this one. Like another Warhammer.
I was going to say pass. I don't have enough to say to make.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
See, like Space Marine was actually really cool. The first one. I didn't really. I played a little bit of it once, but because it's a third-person shooter. Like I'm not super into shooters, but the third-person aspect, I in this case, it's cool because like you want to see the Space Marine. These are the Ultramarines, actually. These characters, like the designs of the armor and their weapons, are really cool. It should be a fun shooter, and the first one was definitely a well-received game. But it's not. Yeah, like I'm not going to go out of my way to play shooters like that. It's like a Gears,
Yeah. Next up, Saints Row trailer gameplay. We get our first look. So, I don't know. What'd you guys think of the Saints Row trailer? Burly, what'd you think of this
more
one?
Saints Row.
Yeah, more Saints Row.
From what because this doesn't grab me. And like because I know all the stuff in the background, and they've been saying like, oh, we're taking some of the stuff out because we want to make this more woke acceptable and all that, PC friendly. It's like, okay, but like this trailer did nothing to make me want to buy this. And like from what I was talking with people in Discord when this got revealed, and they were like, the last couple games, people that like these games and played, were like, the quality has dropped really down. Yeah. So they're like, who's to say when this comes out, we don't get like another GTA remaster at level and quality.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, these type of games, these sandboxy sort of open world stuff, and they are prone to having bugs like that. Yeah. I could say like the gameplay looks interesting and looks fun. It does look like a fun sandbox to mess around with. It's never been, Saints Row has never been a franchise that I was interested in, so I'm not going to go out of my way for sure.
Yeah. Next up, of course, this is coming to Game Pass, and we're going to be talking about this later when Carl mentions the Game Pass games coming this coming week. But Fall Guys. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. It's going to be coming out.
It's not coming to Game Pass. What do you mean?
Fall Guys is coming to Game Pass.
Now, Among Us is coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, that's
Fall Guys isn't even on Xbox, and I don't think it's ever coming to Xbox at this point.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, what am I talking? The beer is kicking in, guys. Yeah, Among Us is coming to Game Pass. I'm sorry, not Fall Guys. What the hell? It looks the same anyway.
Wow.
They're just clones of each other. I mean, come on, yeah. Anyway, okay. There are moments on this show when you lose.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah. We all have one, man.
But anyway, Nightmare Before Christmas Fall Guys trailer came out. So Fall Guys' latest crossover is coming just in time for the holidays, allowing you to play as classic characters from the movie, including Jack Skellington, Sally, and the mayor of Halloween Town. So all in bean form, of course. So Fall Guys. I don't know. I didn't see this one. What did you guys think? I mean, okay. It's more Fall Guys, I guess. Just a Christmas version.
More stuff, you know?
Yeah, more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Why isn't it on Xbox yet? I have no idea.
Yeah. It's another one, Carl. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Xbox people can't deserve the good things.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to have fun.
You guys aren't allowed to have fun. You take the stuff that we PlayStation hardcore fans that we don't want, the scraps. You take it and you like. No, I'm kidding. If anyone thinks I'm serious there, right? Like,
so,
yeah, I don't get that. Why that's not on Xbox?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, I'm not saying it has to be on Game Pass right away, but it should have launched on Xbox as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, didn't it launch on like PS Plus or something?
Yeah, it launched on PS Plus.
It was on PS Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means there's probably some amount of exclusivity, but
right.
I feel like it's been out for a year already.
It's been a year at least. No,
yeah, right.
About a year.
No, it's been over a year because I played it when it came out over it because it helped me with a difficult time last year.
Right.
So, and that was in last summer of 2020. So, it's been out for over a year.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised because it had a very big initial success that Sony tried to locked it up maybe for longer. Or who knows? Maybe there's something else we don't know going on. Maybe.
Well, how long has Among Us been out? You figure it's been out for more than a year, right?
Among Us has
much longer.
been since 2018.
Right?
On PC.
2018. Yeah, it's been out.
Yeah, so you figure probably have the same kind of time frame with exclusivity. Then it'll come to Xbox.
There's a different case because Among Us was like a PC only game at first, right?
Right.
Yeah, COVID helped that game. That game it did okay, but COVID pushed that game huge.
Yeah, it blew up the game basically. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were going to make a sequel, but they said because COVID blew that game up, they're like, oh, we'll just make all these add-ons and stuff just to because people are loving this. Let's just strike while the iron's hot.
Yep. Yeah, COVID helped a couple of games like that, and I think Fall Guys as well. I think did better because of that.
Oh yeah, and Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing couldn't have launched at a better time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another game that's come to Game Pass now, of course, Stardew Valley. Oh yeah,
out now on Game Pass. Yeah,
on Game Pass now. Yeah, that blew up because of COVID as well. So, all right, next up, Dune: Spice Wars. So, of course, one of our listeners, viewers, friend of the show, Tawil. I'm sure he's going to love this one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, a PC RTS about controlling spice. Or harnessing desert power, of course, So is coming sometime in 2022. I don't know about that. Maybe in 2022. But anyway, just a cinematic trailer. We didn't see any gameplay or anything like that. We basically saw, Arrakis, in the hand of someone. And then, of course, the person closes his fist and it blows up, of course. But I don't know. You guys excited for a Dune game? A new Dune game?
Yeah, I don't have any interest, but
Eh,
if you like RTS, it could be good.
Yeah.
see, I like my RTSs, but I'm fickle. I gotta be in the mood to want to sit and play an RTS. So it's one of those things. Like I have Halo Wars 2 installed on my Series S. Have not had the desire to just sit and boot it up and play. So like the Dune, I will eventually pick it up and try it. Like I'll probably wait for the second movie to at least come out so I understand more of the world. Or I'm just doing tons of calls with Tweel because I know Tweel can just give me every information of that world.
Yeah.
But this I could see myself picking up. It's just not right away because I need to be in the mood for these kind of things for me to want to sit and play.
Well, I'll just say this, Burly, about Halo Wars 2. I mean, you might want to play that because we're going to be talking about this later. There's a particular character in that game that you see a little bit of in the beginning of Halo Infinite. But anyway, okay, let's go on to the next. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, of course. Brand new trailer for the next Gearbox game showing off just what happens when Tiny Tina is questioned by players. It's chaotic, exactly as you'd expect, and it's full of iconic actors and voice actors like Andy Samberg, Will Arnett, Wanda Sykes, and Ashley Birch, of course, famous voice actress. So, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, more Borderlands 3, basically. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
More Borderlands.
I kind of want to speed things up here, and I'm just gonna say, it looks like if you like Borderlands, this is for you. If not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing from it. So
Borderlands meets D&D.
Next up, Among Us VR reveal trailer. So VR Among Us.
It's us.
Yep.
Sus, very sus. Weird thing because I mean the game is not 3D, right? So
No.
So you're making it VR. That's going to be very different in my opinion, but who knows?
Yeah. Doke V music video reveal. Pass.
Yeah, it's
music.
God, yeah.
They didn't even talk about the game, which is okay.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. Steel Rising cinematic trailer. So, cinematic trailer introduces a fascinating alternate take on Revolution-era Paris, one where clockwork machines dance to amuse the nobility and fight to defend them. We'll find out how long their protection lasts when Steel Rising arrives in June. Yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think of Steel Rising? Anything?
I don't know what kind of game it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Here,
It's a cinematic trailer.
Description
Yeah.
says
I was going to say that was one of those.
RPG. There you go.
First-person action RPG. Okay.
Spiders, made by Spiders. They made what's that? Greedfall, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Greedfall. Okay. Next up, Metal
Yeah, Greedfall.
Hellsinger. Soundtrack trailer. Soundtracks. Oh well. Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
It's a shooter with the metal sound effect. Okay, metal sound effect makes sense. Good combo.
So here's the other Telltale-like game. So Star Trek Resurgence is coming. We got a reveal trailer. Yes, a Star Trek game set after the next generation from former Telltale developers. With a question mark, yeah. Former Telltale developers, I guess.
Well, it's some of them, like because the company restructured and they got bought out. So
right.
I don't know how much the original's left.
Yeah. So it says a spring 2022 arrival. So you'll don the uniform of First Officer Yara Rydick and engineer Carter Diaz as they try to unravel a mystery before war breaks out. So now this is the type of game, when they plastered Telltale games on this stuff, it kind of reminds me of the mechanics in the Telltale games that were just really, really annoying. and they never really seem to update those games, during the Walking Dead series, of course, the Wolf Among Us was another one, the Batman games that came out, just the mechanics, even the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out for it. I mean, just the mechanics. So please tell me that the mechanics are going to be different in this type of game.
Well, please tell me I don't have to wait frickin' a month or two for the next episode. Because that's what drove me nuts. Because I pre-ordered the Guardians one. Yeah. They did a stupid sale where I got the game really cheap before the game had came out because Sony did a flash sale. And I was like, oh, you got episode 1 released, and I streamed that. And I was like, oh, episode 2 due in 2 months. And I was like, I was like, no, I'm done with this business model.
Yeah, and I think the industry is done with it too, because we saw with Life is Strange now, it's just dropping the whole game.
Right.
What was the other one that still did episodes, but it was in Game Pass, so it was more acceptable because it was every week, and if you had Game Pass, you just had it. You didn't have to buy it. I forgot the name of that one.
I remember what one you're talking about. The name escapes.
But
me.
Anyway, while you think about that Star Trek, I'm really excited for this. It's I really like Star Trek, and this is classic Star Trek, and this looks like classic Star Trek.
Yeah.
And the Telltale style of game makes perfect sense for that universe because it's not an action universe. It never should be. Not that there isn't action in Star Trek, but it's never about the action, right? It's about the science. It's about the exploration. It's about the interactions between different aliens and characters, and So I'm really excited for this one. I really want to see if they can nail that well and tell a good story. And I want to see what this new studio from these former Telltale guys are going to do. Who's going to do it better, right? There's going to be the comparisons, the battle between the Expanse Telltale team and the former guys at doing the Star Trek. So,
and was that Spock in the trailer?
Yes, and that's the thing where I said with the graphical style and visuals. What I'm saying is the other game has a more stylized approach, and this is somewhat realistic looking characters. But when you see Spock, you see the facial animations, you're obviously you can't get it. You don't obviously you don't have the budget, and you're not even trying to make it super realistic. So I do appreciate the more artistic style of the Expanse, but this looks good too. The visuals are nice for what they're going for.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Rumbleverse. We got a reveal trailer for that. So from Iron Galaxy and Epic Games, Rumbleverse is a 40-player melee-focused battle royale, dropping February 8th, 2022. So free-to-play, cross-play, and cross-progression. Yeah, it's going to be dead on arrival, basically. With all the other games coming out. Yeah.
You never know, but with these multiplayer things. But if it's a melee multiplayer game, those games are very hard to get, right? They don't seem to ever succeed,
Yeah.
Well, Epic, let's be honest, they're looking for their next Fortnite. Fortnite's still making them a ton of cash, but if they can get even if it's a smaller or mid-sized Fortnite, you get another one of those where you can just have a license to print money. That's what they're looking for at this point. They're just going to throw games like this just to stick and hope it sticks.
Right.
We'll see if this game sticks. I don't think it will.
Yeah. Okay, and the third biggest one for me personally, there were 3 big games. Of course, we talked about earlier Hellblade 2, and then, of course, Alan Wake 2. Well, this is the third one, and these were the top 3 for me. And the third one, A Plague Tale Requiem.
Yes.
Yes. Plague Tale Requiem gameplay reveal trailer. Oh, man, this looks so good. It looks really, really awesome. And what's interesting about this, Burly, in the trailer, I didn't see her using a slingshot at all.
I noticed that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she
Yeah,
was
she's-
using a crossbow most of the time in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the follow-up to the surprise hit, A Plague Tale: Innocence, looks even darker for the first few moments of the light in this gameplay reveal, of course, and many rats again in this game, of course. But yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, when she's on the ship and everything, yeah, it looks like they're still going through the plague. And you see the boy running on the beach. I mean, the visuals look really amazing. Take it away, guys. What did you think of this? Yeah, it was. I'm really looking forward to this game. Carl?
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I love the first game. You know, what we see in this trailer looks like there actually looks like there's gameplay in there. So it looks like this is exactly what the game is going to look like when you play it.
Yeah.
There's that thing in the end. That's the thing that was the most surprising to me. Like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
It's like
Neither do I. Yeah.
weird body that's like chained up with these pillars.
Yeah, just hanging there on the pillars. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really interested to see what the story and the mystery is of it this time, because you defeated the thing in the first game, and the whole thing with the rats is sort of over, but obviously they tease that it's not completely over, and we see it's coming back. So
yeah. And maybe this time, Burly, you won't have to push carts around.
Oh yeah, I like. See, I didn't play the game till the PS5 when they gave it away.
Right.
And that was such a great game. And my only complaint with the first game was that cart section where you had no, like, if you missed any shot near there,
right,
you're dead. And it took me like 20 tries.
Yeah,
But,
I died a few times there.
Yeah,
it is. I highly recommend checking. This is going to be a game I really am looking forward to, and since it's day one on Game Pass, it's going to be nice.
Game Pass.
Yep. Throw it on my Series S, throw it on my PC, just sit and play.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing this one day one for sure.
Yep. Day one. Is it coming out next year, though?
I think
Are we going to get it next year? I think
let me just... because I'm just trying to see what the developer, if the because the last one came 2019.
Yeah, it's a Sobo. I mean, they worked on Flight Simulator, but they probably have different teams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna predict maybe late summer next year we'll get it. Because I mean, from what that gameplay trailer looked like, it looks like it's pretty far along in development. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so next up, Dying Light 2. We got another cinematic trailer for Dying Light 2. So, which is coming out early next year in February. So, zombies, of course.
Seen it before, right?
Yep, we've seen it before.
We know what this is. Yeah.
We know what it is. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll probably play it at some point. So looking forward to it. The first Dying Light was amazing. It was a great game. So next up, Crossfire X. So we'd seen Crossfire X before, but we got a release date trailer for February 10th. Another February. Yeah. Another February.
How many games are going to stick in February?
No. I was just going to say that, Burly. How much you want to bet this game's going to be pushed out? It's one of the probably games that are definitely going to be pushed out. We'll see. But anyway, got a gameplay trailer for it showing the shooter's tense action. So Crossfire X will offer 2 single-player campaign operations as well as multiplayer action. So I don't know. Carl, anything to say about this one? It's more...
I mean, it's just another shooter. Like
another shooter.
I don't get the big deal with this one. You know, like Remedy. Okay, Remedy is working on it, and Remedy is great. But like, have they done a first-person shooter?
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's just like the story could be good, and it may be a very good, first person shooter campaign, but like, I'm just not interested in it.
Yeah. There's too many of them. There's just too many of them. So.
I don't really like that genre, but I'm I'm playing
I was gonna
Halo
say
because that's different. There's a difference to that. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that if we
Yeah.
have time.
Yeah,
Right?
we're gonna we'll get to it. Okay. Next up,
They did do Max Payne games, like ports of Max Payne. So
Max Payne. Okay.
Ports. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, next up, Blood Hunt. Got a gameplay trailer. So spring of 2022. I don't know. So Blood Hunt. So anything to say about Blood Hunt? Vampire the Masquerade
Vampire.
Blood Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip Battle Royale. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Is it a battle royale? Yeah.
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 it's
Yeah.
Battle
Yeah.
Royale.
Yeah. It's Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, I didn't see any of this one, so maybe you guys saw it. GTFO 1.0 release trailer. So survival horror co-op game GTFO. It's officially out of early access after 2 years, it says. So I don't know. I'd never heard of this game, honestly. So
No.
yeah.
I never heard of this game, but I like the name.
GTFO.
What you playing? GTFO.
Yeah.
Volume 1.
Yeah.
Or 1.0.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
this
up,
is, first person shooter. The one thing I want to say is like the guy when he was announcing it, he was very visibly nervous. So like I feel for him, and good job out there, man. You did it. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, Halo the series. Okay. Halo series will. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll pass on that. So after that came, of course,
Hey, wait,
the Elden Ring.
You can't just quickly jump over the Halo TV series trailer
It's
like
not
that.
a game, Carl. It's not a game. It's a TV series. Come on,
Hey,
that
we
could be
talked
for
about
like
Sonic.
a TV stuff.
I'll just say I'm excited
All right,
for this.
go for it.
I don't know that I was super impressed with what we saw because it's just not really giving you a great idea of what the series is, and the visuals sometimes look awesome, sometimes that's a little suspect, so it's hard to say. But Master Chief looks fantastic, so really nailed that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Burly,
I can't wait
anything?
to check this out. I was going to say, I will definitely check this out. I can't wait, but I'm going to have to do other methods because it's, was it Paramount Plus in the States?
Yeah.
So us Canadians have to find a fun way to do this.
It's not gonna, it should be on some service, right? You'd think it would show up.
You'd think, but Canada and the US don't always like to talk to each other on things about how to make money. Well, both are idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
Next up, Elden Ring. More cinematic trailer, more story. It's more Elden Ring. We're getting it in February. Yeah. It's they showed a ton of that. So
So I'm checking out. Like I don't. Okay.
Yeah, that's enough.
If you're excited, you're excited already. If you're not, you're not. Like, why are we doing this?
I'm just waiting for Soul Straw's review if I'm picking up the game or not.
Soul. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, okay. After that,
we get
synced.
Blow through these two. Like they both seem kind of like the same
synced
thing
off-planet gameplay trailer, Arc Raiders, and Matrix Awakens, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yes, okay. That's it. Yeah, because we talked about Matrix Awakens earlier. So
here I have the
game. I have to say the Arc Raiders game looked pretty cool, though. It looked pretty interesting. So,
like visually impressive. Whatever. But I don't know these games.
We'll see.
More shooties.
Right, shooties. Okay, right. So that's all the announcements. So now, let's get to the Game Award winners. Not all of them. We're not going to talk about all of them.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah,
like the show, maybe like the show, right?
Yeah.
All I want to say, because I know we're going to skip a lot of these, but how did not me or Expat or even Carl win in Content Creator of the Year? How did we win?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I just want to say this about the Game Awards. in general. I mean, this is not an awards show. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's more of a promo show. And then they just throw some awards in between.
Oh,
I mean, that's what it was. I mean, gameplay trailer, cinematic trailer. Oh, here's an award. Here's a presenter. Trailer. Yeah.
We got to see the same Raid Shadow Legends ad and the same Google Play, but play games on Google Play on your phone and Amazon Luna. Say the same goddamn thing because they spent so much money to make the thing. And it's like, I don't care. I'm seeing the same trailer. I remember the one because it was going on for a while and like the music performance, I think, with Imagine Dragons. And I was like, oh, sweet. I got time to go take a piss and grab a beer.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm just going to read some of the winners, and then we'll talk about the ones that we feel like we want to talk about. Okay. Best esports game went to League of Legends. League of Legends. Next up, best multiplayer that I want to say. Best multiplayer went to It Takes Two. We can argue about whether it's multiplayer or just co-op or whatever, but it won best multiplayer. Best sim strategy game, Age of Empires 4. Took the nod there. Age of Empires 4. Best sports racing game, go figure. Yes, we knew this was coming. Forza Horizon 5, that was the winner.
What do you mean Hot Wheels didn't win?
Yeah. Okay. Next up, best family game, It Takes Two. That
surprised me that one. I would have thought Pokemon Snap would have taken that.
Okay. Best fighting game, Guilty Gear Strive. Best role-playing game, and I know Tuil was happy with this one. Tales of Arise won best role-playing game. So Bandai Namco represent. Yes, so out here in Japan. Best action adventure, Metroid Dread was the winner. Best action game, Returnal won best action game. How about that?
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was a shocker.
Yeah. I mean, they need to make a new category at the Game Awards. Best roguelite. And that would have won best roguelite.
I mean,
for sure.
it's hard to, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's too many genres. You can't really do that. It's weird that there's best action game and best action adventure game. Some of them seem to be crossing and maybe in the wrong category. I don't know, but like Deathloop is an action adventure game in my opinion. I mean, Far Cry 6 is basically an action adventure at this point. Metroid Dread, is that an action adventure? Yeah, I guess it is also, but like you could almost say that's more of an action game, but than some of these others because it has less RPG elements than those other games. So like I don't know.
Yeah. Best VR AR game, Resident Evil 4. So Resident Evil 4. Best mobile game, Genshin Impact. So Genshin Impact won best mobile game. Best community support, Final Fantasy 14 online. There you go, Carl, from Square Enix. Your favorite company in the world. Yeah. I'm just kidding with you, man. Anyway, Games for Impact, Life is Strange, True Colors. That was a good win. Here you go, Burly. Best performance, Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu.
This one, sorry, I'll make this quick. But like the internet became obsessed with this character. I mean, if you've played Ari Village, she is not in this game very long. So if you know what you're doing, she will be in this game like less than 2 hours. She'll be gone.
Yeah, I didn't play it. How was the performance? If
you she did a good performance. Like I'm not knocking the performance. She did a good performance, but out of the ones I would have given it, I would have either get the not Jason, but the other person for Deathloop or the Erica for Life is Strange. I would have thought better.
Erica Mori. Yeah.
So, I think this one was like, we just gave it to the popular thing. Like, that's too many people voted for it based on that than actually maybe what was the better performance.
Yeah. Okay, best audio design went to Forza Horizon 5.
Forza, yeah.
Best audio design. Best score in music, Near Replicant. So, one best
I didn't
score
see
in
this.
music.
That one surprised me also. But I guess I don't know anything about that game, so maybe something about the music in that is fantastic.
It's amazing. Yeah,
it is good music.
I thought it's really awesome. Yeah.
I thought Guardians was going to win it with that original soundtrack that they had for that game.
Yeah,
I thought
plus all the
too.
good licensed music and the use of it.
Yeah.
I thought so. And Artful Escape also, though, is a game that's about the music, and I thought that had a chance too. And Near Replicant, I wasn't even thinking about that one, but I don't know anything about it again. So,
best art direction went to Deathloop. Best art direction. So
that's a weird choice.
Now, I'm gonna say stuff later on, but Ratchet or Psychonauts should have won that.
Right.
Okay. I think you guys will agree with this one. Best narrative went to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. So
I don't necessarily agree, but I think it's good. It's a great narrative. So yeah.
What I've heard.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but from what I've heard, it's a great narrative. So
it is a great narrative. I thought It Takes Two was going to win that.
Okay.
Yeah. To be honest.
Next up, best debut indie and best indie went to Kena Bridge of Spirits. So yay, Kena.
It
so Ember Lab. Yes, definitely deserved it. Yes. So Carl, when you get your PS5, you got to play Kena. It's great.
Yeah. Not super surprised on that one. I kind of thought maybe Death's Door might have won best indie, but
Yeah. Best ongoing game, Final Fantasy 14 Online. So.
Yeah, no shock.
Yeah, right.
Best game direction, Deathloop.
Okay. I see that one. I do. I understand that.
I see it. Like, I had my fun with Deathloop, don't get me wrong. But I just didn't. That one I couldn't see as much.
Okay. And ultimately, the game of the year for 2021 went to It Takes Two.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
And none of us played it, right?
None of us have played it
yet.
Well, I mean, it's like, it's interesting, as you were saying, Carl, as you were mentioning, it's like, you know, you have to have someone else to play with to play that game.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, you can get the Friends Pass, but...
I would have played it already, but the thing is, it's like you have to set aside the time to play with someone else.
Yeah.
And like... we could maybe play together at some point, but like finding that time where we can both do it, and then however many hours it takes, right? You have to dedicate all those hours together with that other person. It's not easy to get that done.
Right. Yeah, but should this game have really counted as a game of the year? I mean, shouldn't it have just been in the category of best multiplayer or best co-op or something like that? Because you really don't have the option of playing in a single player capacity in this game. So I don't know.
That doesn't exclude it, right?
Yeah. When you put it like that, I get it, but I can understand why this game won, because I've watched so many people play it and everything, and this game is a fantastic game. It's just the only reason I never bought the game is because I have to sit there find people with my schedules that can do what I can do time-wise, because this isn't like a drop-in, drop-out co-op where there's no pressure. This is, we've now started this. We're committed to this goddamn game. We got to spend the 8 to 10 hours or whatever the time. I can't remember how long it takes, but...
Yeah, and that's the thing with Hazelight. I mean, and its owner, Joseph Fares, the lead director there. I mean, every game that they pretty much come out with is co-op. Like No Way Out, that's another co-op game that came out before this one. I mean, so, they're really into the co-op type of developing style of games. So, and Joseph Fares, man, I mean, I just have to say this. It's interesting. I mean, I mean, that 2017 performance at the Game Awards, it's like, fuck the Oscars, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he goes up on stage again and throws a couple of more F-bombs and everything. But, I mean, he's an interesting guy. And I mean, yeah, I mean, hats off to the studio and to the game. And, at some point I'm going to play it. I mean, I've heard a lot about the story, and it's a human felt story, and especially with two parents divorcing, and it's a game that it'll probably strike some chords with a lot of people, so yeah, I guess it's well deserved. What do you guys think? Yeah, it takes two.
It's
wish I could say more, but
but one of the things that bothered me with this whole Game Awards is that Ratchet, because of the way Ratchet and Clank is, the visual art style and stuff, these games never get taken seriously, because most people I hear, they only care about Insomniac and talk about them now because of the Marvel stuff. And it's like, if you see what next, because Ratchet and Clank was the one game out of all these that really showed you with the next gen what you could do with the consoles, with the adaptive trigger, the SSD, and all that.
Right.
And it doesn't, to most people, it's over the head and all that.
Yeah.
Ratchet got shut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then so did Psychonauts 2, and I think that game deserves to win awards for sure. Ratchet, I mean, I know you loved Ratchet, but and I haven't played it, so I'm just saying, like, from what I've seen, and from when I look at that game, and it to me, it's like it's another Ratchet game, like, and it's the best example of that franchise. But like, I don't think it's doing anything wildly better, right? It's just like it's just doing the best of what that franchise is, right?
Well, you guys are missing out on the point here. The game that was completely left out, Lost Judgment. Games for Impact. Come on.
It was nominated for that? I didn't even know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
it got snubbed at the Game Awards.
Yeah. That I'm not. I don't like. Like, I haven't played Lost Judgment, but from what I've played of Judgment, these should get more attention. But because it is it's not
a game for Impact.
Yeah.
It
should.
Game.
It should get the nominations there.
Yeah.
But on this kind of stuff, because it's a Japanese game.
Yeah.
And all that.
Okay. So Carl, go ahead.
I wanted to say just like my biggest surprises with these awards. Mm-hmm. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy winning Best Narrative was huge. I didn't see that coming. Mm-hmm. I didn't think it'd win anything. Maybe music score, but even that I was like, wasn't sure. Yeah. So I'm happy for that, because I think it's a really good story in that. I would have preferred Psychonauts 2, but yes, I think it's definitely should be up there. Forza Horizon winning 3 awards is awesome. They had audio design, they had obviously best racing, but they also won the accessibility category.
Yeah.
That's cool. The performance, like we talked about, I did not expect that to be the one. Best role playing is cool. That is Tales of Rise, but I sort of thought that Cyberpunk wouldn't win, and then Tales of Rise was like the next one up for that. It made sense, but that's a good, people wanted that one, and happy that that's the one that did get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other than that, I guess Age of Empires 4, actually a little bit surprised on that, just because I thought Microsoft Flight Simulator might have been the more popular choice. Age of Empires being PC only, and I don't think a lot of people really played it, but cool, good on them for that.
Okay, before we move on to Halo, just one last thing about the Game Awards. From a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, how would you rate the Game Awards this year? I would say maybe a 5.
Oh, that's low. Oh, that's harsh.
It's middle. It's the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it before. And I'll say it again. I mean, it's more of a promo show. It's not really an awards show so much in the sense. You know, if it's an awards show, you focus on the games, you focus on the awards. You don't focus on trailers. And that's what the Game Awards has been. It's been a promo show. It's basically the E3, which has diminished over the years. It's basically turned into the Game Awards. The Game Awards has been the new E3. And it's just trailer after trailer after trailer. Oh, here's an award. Here's a presenter. Oh, okay. They say a couple of things. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Trailer after trailer after trailer after trailer. Okay, here's an award. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. I mean, of those 3 hours, probably 2 hours plus are trailers and promos. And like what Burly, you were telling me earlier, those like the mobile type of was it the mobile promos or whatever they showed? Yeah. And then here's an award here. Here's an award there. So yeah, I'll give it a 5. That's just me. That's Expats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awards show on paper in the title. But yeah, it's 70% promos and trailers, because they want to be E3, the new E3, the new Gamescom, and then 30% awards presentation. Carl, what would you score it? Probably higher than a 5, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a different approach on this because I'm looking at it as what it is right now, what I understand it to be, and what I think they're trying to do, which is not just be an award show, right? To be this event for the gaming world, and to show off new stuff, and to even celebrate other aspects like music and stuff, right? Like performances or their game related performances, right? I mean, Sting was there, but Sting was doing a song from what was it? Arcane, right? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
Arcane.
Arcane.
I think it was Arcane. Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's based on a video game. So in that regard, like I look at this as like an 8 out of 10 because there's a lot of great announcements. The presentation is well done. There's good performances. Like it's an entertaining show, and I think there could be improvements. I do think that they should focus a little bit more on some of the awards. Some of them are way too. The best racing game one, like I didn't even see it happen. I don't remember them even doing it. I know some of them like were quick successions too, which is a bit rough. But like I saw those. Like I missed that one. I watched the whole show and I didn't even see it happen. So like that's a problem. It's you should at least present those a bit more. I know you're trying to get through all your other stuff. I get it, but
yeah.
So and the other thing I'll say is that like it's not. There's the DICE Awards, right? If you really care about just awards that are awards, like I was looking it up. The next DICE Awards is February 24th, I think. So like
which we'll be talking about that.
That's what you want. Watch that, but I guarantee you it's going to be dry, and you're probably not going to want to sit through the whole thing. Right. It's like it is what it is. This is supposed to be an entertainment sort of show, and it's not like I'm not tricked into thinking it's something else. Like I know what it is. I'm not gonna expect it to be something else. Okay.
Burly, what would you score it?
I would score this 6 out of 10.
Okay.
The only reason this thing got as high as it did because I was literally in Discord chatting with people, but like this show does not flow well.
It's too long. I'll give it that.
It's too long, and like you go from trailer stuff, and then we interrupt because we got to have these big streamers and mobile content creators. We got to have them in for 2 seconds each saying something. I think I think Deathloop's going to win. I think this and this and that.
All right.
It was like it just went too long. It didn't flow well. I don't like, and just because like some of the awards they did, like, you do the whole big show, and then some they're just like, and for best multiplayer, It Takes Two. Okay, let's go to Google Play because Google Play is paying for this, and we're going to this, we're going to that. It's like this just didn't flow well. You need some structuring. Like, I get it. They want to make this the new E3 and have your awards and show you what's coming and to keep you interested. And they've got to do all this mobile advertising shit because they got to pay for all these famous people like Guillermo del Toro and all these other people like Will Arnett and all that just to get them to come.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they can improve. You're right, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain like financial obligation to a lot of this stuff, and maybe that can be better in the future. Like the more successful the show is, the more, Keighley doesn't have to rely on certain specific sources of funding, right? He could probably get it almost anywhere at this point. Like,
yeah,
he could probably say, Activision, get out of here, we don't care anymore, and ask someone else right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was interesting at the beginning of the show. He's like talking about all the problems going on in the industry, with all the discrimination and, but he didn't talk about Activision. He didn't say their names, the company names or anything like that. So,
and he probably can't.
Yeah.
I'm sure they gave him money to produce this in some aspect.
Yep.
And
yep.
What are you going to do? That's how the world works.
That's right. Okay. And how it works now is we're going to talk about Halo Infinite. So we're going to talk about that. It's our topic of the show. Yeah, right? 2 hours and 18 minutes in, we're going to talk about Halo Infinite now. So let's get to the topic of the show. So, Halo came out last week, and we played a few hours of it. So our impressions so far, I mean, like I was telling the Burly earlier in the episode, I mean, if you played Halo Wars 2, it's interesting. The biggest villain at the beginning of the game. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you should probably play Halo Wars 2 a little bit to understand what's going on at the beginning of Halo Infinite. But it was really surprising for me that you play the first couple of missions inside. And you're not on like the Halo ring until like maybe the third mission or something like that. But
basically.
Yeah. I mean, the gameplay is fun. I mean, it's Halo, running around, you're, usually low on ammo in the beginning of the game. And so you're picking up other different weapons, like whether it's a needler or,
plasma pistol.
The plasma pistols, But what's cool is like you have those areas where you can recharge up the plasma pistols and whatever different types of weapons you have, and assortments of grenades, things like that. So, I really like, of course, the new AI, the weapon. I like her so far, and I like how she's getting along with the chief so far. The pilot, he's an interesting guy. He really, really wants to go home. It's like when they land on the Halo, ring there. He's like, what do you mean we have to stay here now? It's he really wants to go home. And of course you see in the beginning of the game why he really wants to go home.
Right. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like about maybe 2.5, 3 hours into the game so far. I got to the point where you land on the Halo, Zeta Halo, of course, and you're running around in that first area where where the ship is about to land, and you take over that one area. And then, of course, the map starts to open up as you go along and start to take over more installations. And so I haven't started that part yet, but I'm getting to that. But maybe you guys are a little bit farther on than I am. I'm not sure, but I'm really enjoying the game. Graphically, the enhancements from Halo 5 obviously are much better. I really enjoy it so far. What do you guys think? Carl, I'll start with you. How do you?
Yeah.
What's your assessment of Halo Infinite so far? Yeah.
Real quick, I just gonna do the survey. We didn't.
Oh God, I'm
address
sorry,
it.
man. Yeah, our
That's
survey
fine.
about
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I'll be real
About,
quick. I will give the shout out to the
Yes,
winner,
please.
which with 9 correct predictions was the Fryman 14.
Yay! Yes.
He just killed it. He got a couple in there that were like real good choices there that we didn't get, like Metroid Dread or action adventure and Returnal for action game and best performance and best score music. It's like ones that I was not thinking at all.
Nice.
Out of the 3 of us, if anyone's interested, I had
if anyone's interested.
I had the I had 8 correct predictions.
Yeah.
And Burly had 7 and Expat only 4.
I wasn't on the bottom. I'll take that.
All right.
So back to Halo. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It starts off as your classic Halo game, right? And it feels like the best version of like your original Halo, right? Where you're in those sort of the indoor sort of spaceship environments that were in a lot of the other games. But they are nice and wide and expansive, and there's multiple ways to go about fighting the enemies. It doesn't feel, like a corridor or just a corridor or like a shoot. It doesn't feel like a shooting gallery, which is what I hate the most about first-person shooters when they're like that. The weapons are fun, you brought up that the ammo type reload, which I think is really great. It's like if you want to keep using a specific weapon, there's like you can just reload kinetic type weapons or plasma type weapons. That's really great. Of course, the grapple hook's awesome. It's just so much fun to use.
Yeah.
In this environment, in this single player environment, using it to like, grab the power coils and pull those and chuck them because they're everywhere. And there's just so satisfying to throw them.
And you're going to use that a lot, that grappling hook. So
story wise, I'm like, I don't know. I would like to know why Master Chief was there doing what he was doing, but I guess it's fine. It's basically enough to know that like, the Banished took over this Halo ring and they're trying to use it as a weapon and you got to stop them.
Right.
You have this new AI and they'll tell you more about that as you go, I guess. You learn in the significance of that. I just got to the open world. I didn't get any farther than that. Like when you first come out to it and I took the first outpost and I'm about to leave there, but I haven't gone any farther.
Okay. So we're at the exact same point then.
Yeah.
So,
but it's nice. It's a different feel. Once you get out there, you're like, oh, wow, like I can really attack these things from so many different angles and play around with this in so many different ways. And that's awesome.
Cool. Burly, what's your assessment so far?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm about the same point as where you guys are. But one of the things that I really miss, because like I never played 4 and 5, and I looked this up. It removed 4 and 5 had removed dual wielding except for certain multiplayer modes, and it's like I really miss because I loved using 2 needlers back in the day and just having the pink mist of all the needles go. So I do miss dual wielding, but the whole grapple and the plasma coil stuff is so fun, and I love just grappling onto like the grunts, and you can just hear them go, "Oh no!" Boom! Just smack them with your gun is just that's just a satisfying. I just wish I had the
grunt chatter is so good in this game. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All of the Covenant chatter is really good. Like because you can tell the brutes are really fucking dumb. It's like I've had some sequences. I'm like, are you guys actually not seeing me? And I'm stealthily just coming up behind you, whack you with the assault rifle. It's just
that first, I think in the first mission when you have to run out and get out of the ship there because everything's exploding in front of you and everything. And it's like I got stuck in one area and it's like I got sucked out into space and it's like this little Master Chief like little piece of that was pretty funny, but really enjoying it and looking forward to talking about it more with everybody and all you listeners and viewers out there. So, Halo Infinite, yeah, it's exciting so far. Let's go ahead and move on, guys, to our new game releases for the week of December 13th through the 19th. So I'm going to go ahead and give my pick of the week. So, Carl, this is going to be on Game Pass, and you're going to be talking about this in a couple of minutes here. So my pick of the week is The Gunk. So, good old Gunk.
Gunking it up.
Gunk. Yep. So yeah, it comes out soon. Yeah, it comes out on December 16th for PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S, and it will be on Game Pass day one. From the creators of the SteamWorld franchise, the action series that tells the tales of steam-driven robot adventures, and that has garnered more than 100 awards and nominations, comes a completely new game, The Gunk. Embark on an all-new adventure in a vast and exotic world where you'll encounter terrifying enemies and challenging puzzles on your quest to unravel the mystery of a forgotten planet while saving it in the process. So yeah, I kind of take it you guys are probably going to play this day one as well, maybe, right? The Gunk.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, if we're not done with Halo Infinite, that is. Yeah, Halo Infinite's we got to finish that first. Yeah. So, Carl, do you have another pick of the week?
Okay, I'm not going to play this, but I think it's cool to point out that the Record of Lodoss War Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Wednesday, December 15th on, well, it says Xbox One. I guess it's coming to Switch later, and PC, it says March 27th. Wow, it's really coming to Xbox first? That's surprising. Okay, I didn't even realize.
Interesting.
But this is a Metroidvania, but you're playing as Deedlit from Record of Lodoss War, which is an anime that I really loved in the 90s. I think it was it's an old one. And it looks like, I'm drawing the line. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's that type of game.
Okay.
Very specifically like that. It looks like they're really going for that style. And it's got nice artwork and it looks fun.
Cool. Burly, what's your pick of the week?
My pick of the week is Moon.
Okay.
It's coming Thursday, December 16th to PS4, PS5. PC, it's coming eventually. Have you ever played an RPG and wondered, why does the hero kill thousands of innocent monsters? Why does the hero break into homes and steal their items and gold? Moon is a game that turns those ideas upside down to see what really happens behind the scenes of your favorite RPG video games.
Okay.
Like, if you look at the screenshots, it is a throwback to your classics.
Okay.
RPG. So I'm really curious to try this.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, and you can go to releases.com where you can find all the games that are going to be releasing this week as well as through the rest of December. So with that, Carl, so it's time for the Game Pass Passageway. What games are going to be coming out this week, December 13th through the 19th on Game Pass?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have the full list here, but I have Aliens Fireteam Elite on December 14th.
Okay.
We have Among Us on December 14th as well.
Finally.
Game Pass console.
Yeah.
And then you have The Gunk on the 16th. And is there something else that I don't have a list here that's showing anything else?
That's it, I think. Yeah, just
I
those three games.
think that's,
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right.
A solid trio.
Yep. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our listener comments. So we have a comment from a friend of the show, Tawil. Again, of course, he's in our Discord community as well. And this is from our Discord. And of course, you can write questions and comments to us on our Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. Over on our Podbean website at thearenapodcast.podbean.com. And as well as if you join our Discord community, of course, you can leave us questions and comments. And Tawil says, and this is about last week's episode, and he's talking about, of course, the the time when we were discussing the Spartacus, the PlayStation Spartacus, equivalent to Game Pass, so to speak. Anyway, Tweel says, I would like to see the indie games Sony markets into it. If Kena was in PS Now day one, that probably would have gotten to look at PS Now again. Also, for classic games, don't understand why no PS Vita. There is PS Vita TV, and you can use the PS4 controller on it. And not all games can play on it, but it is a good amount. So I think he was mentioning the Spartacus there when it comes to adding like PS Vita games. And then one for Burly, Tweel also says, Monster Rancher. So discussing Monster Rancher was fun, but I'm not sure how it will be on the Switch. Part of what made it so good was putting in a CD and seeing what monster would be created from the game. I haven't played Monster Rancher 2. So that was a comment from Tweel over on our Discord community, the Arena Podcast. So any comments on that? On the comment on Spartacus or on Monster Rancher?
Yeah. The Vita, hey, he's so right on the Vita TV. They could do that, but Sony. They're weird on this stuff. Like, it's just the easiest way to say it. I hope they'll throw Vita stuff, but who knows? And the Monster Rancher, I forgot all about that, even though I didn't play those games, but I didn't know that was a feature of Pokemon.
I can say from experience, it was fun at the time. Like I was like, yeah, let me get this music CD and that, whatever thing, and I'll put it in there and see what monster I get. But the more you do it, the more you realize that like there's only a few options. You're not going to see that many different choices. It just determines your starting monster. And there were like a handful of special CDs that would give you unique things. But you probably didn't have those. So it's like, yeah, I get what he's saying. Like that's something that's missing. I feel like there must be some way that they are emulating that. I don't know. As far as like maybe just randomizing it or asking, I don't know, whatever they're doing. But
hey, did you have this CD back on the PS1 days? Yes. Here you go. Right. We give you the S tier monster with perfect stats.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't like that. You weren't getting like a superior thing. Some of them might have been better than others, but they were still like starter sort of things. And maybe there was one that was a little better if it was a really special thing that you definitely didn't have. I'll tell you right now.
Okay, so a couple of more announcements. Of course, we're going to be doing our Marvel episode for coming up, and that'll go to Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. And of course, Burly and I were going to be doing, starting January 3rd, The Arena, the Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast morning show, which will start at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Fridays, where we will be talking about the biggest story in the gaming world for that particular day. So that'll be on Twitch and on YouTube. So stay tuned for more information about that. Okay. And it's time to tell everybody where you can find us on social media. You can find me on Twitter at Expat_gaming, and of course my link tree. You can see my link below to Linktree, where you can find all of my links to YouTube, Instagram, and to all my social media links. So that does it for me. Carl, where can people find you on social media?
I am on Twitter at Turn-Based Carl, and this is my last show, right, for the year. I won't be able to make the next one. Yeah. So Merry Christmas to everyone who's celebrating. Yeah. And next weekend is Spider-Man. So for us here in America and some other countries.
Yeah, some other countries don't get it. Japan doesn't get it until January 7th. Boo.
So I'll be on Twitter spoiling that for Expat. No, I won't do that. That's mean.
Just tag them.
Yeah, right.
Burly, where can people find you on social media, man?
You can find me on Twitter at BurlyMenGaming. I'm also a Twitch affiliate, so you can go to twitch.tv/BurlyMenGaming.
All right. And I just want to say, Carl, man, it's been a pleasure working with you, doing the podcast with you this year. And, you've been a great addition, and we're looking forward to, doing it together again in 2022, man. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the show. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Same to you. Like, I really appreciate you giving me the offer to be part of this. And I love having these talks with you guys every week. Like, it brings a lot to my life. It gives me something that I definitely love and need, having these conversations about something I'm really passionate about that I don't get to do often.
Yep.
Oh yeah. These are a highlight of the week.
Yep. Yeah. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your wife and your baby girl. So we're looking forward to January and doing the podcast with you in 2022, man. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So next up to end the show, our indie recording artist spotlight. So this week's spotlight is on Francesco D'Andrea. So Francesco D'Andrea is an Italian film composer and music producer. His music has been featured in many award-winning films, TV shows, video games, and worldwide advertising campaigns. D'Andrea scored the original soundtrack of the full-feature film Spaghetti Story, wrote classical music for the Atlanta Youth Orchestra, and has toured the UK as a rock and blues guitarist. From the title song of his album called The Christmas Sleigh Ride. So this has been The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, episode 66. I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-hosts, Burly of BurlyMenGaming and Turn-Based Carl. We hope to catch you in the next one. So take care, everyone. Peace out.